Right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Could I get a roll tide? Inside the comment box today is game day. You got Alabama taking on Wisconsin. Kickoff round 11, I think 10 or something like that. So we'll preview the game before Alabama takes on Wisconsin. Let me know where you're watching from inside the comment box. I appreciate you guys being here. Yo, I am super excited about this game, and I see comments inside the comment box saying that, you know, Wisconsin, they have a really good run defense. This is a 2-0 team. This is a team from the Big Ten. This will be another opportunity for Alabama to take a step forward, right? 11 a.m. kickoff in front of the nation. Look, there's a lot of quality games today, and we'll talk about some of those games as, you know, we preview the game before it kicks off here at, I think at 11:10, something like that. It'll be on ABC. So this is the watch along. So if you're here, watch the game, watch it with me. We'll celebrate it and we'll break it down. We'll talk about key plays, key stats, and have a good time celebrating Alabama football as fans do right here on Bama Football on YouTube. So get inside the comment box and let me know where you're watching from. Let me give some quick shout outs this morning to everyone who has jumped in this morning. We have Herman. What's up, man? Good to see you. We have Crimson Angel. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. No Filters is coming in with it. Thank you so much as well. Crimson Angel, Young C, Army 3275. I appreciate you, bro. Hopefully your recovery is going well, man. You're always in my prayers. Let's see, Max Tooney. We got Herman, Samuel, D. What's up, man? Any word on why the freshman tight end playing? Yeah, kind of on like pregame. That's a good note to talk about. I think when you look to somebody like Caleb Edwards, I think he's probably better. He's the best tight end after Josh Cuevas. If you don't want to play like political, like coach talk, that's why. So the tight ends, the number one tight end is Josh Cuevas, and the second tight end is Caleb Edwards. After that, you have Danny Lewis, who has been injured for quite some time, and that's just kind of, you know, that's the truth about the roster. Let's see who else. We got Tonat coming to us from College Park, Georgia. Kyle, what's up, man? Blissful Love, good morning. Monday, what's up? He has Kevin Riley going for 150, right? Let's get it, Kyle, for sure. Austin Jennings coming to us from Jacksonville. Jeff, what's up, man? He's here at the game. He's at the game. Dre Lively, what's up? Good to see you. Patriot Life, good morning. I appreciate you being here. Wolfgar, Mindy Miss Careless, what's up? Jeff, he has plenty of pictures to send. Yeah, keep them for yourself, man. Yeah, enjoy it, soak it up, and enjoy yourself right here. 720 max. Come on, Kyle. Need a beautiful 1080p. Yo, you want to come help out the settings? I'd appreciate it. I do all, which is crazy. I do all this myself. Sometimes, you ever seen that like meme with the dog? I don't have a producer. I don't have anybody, dog. Like every single thing that I do, it's like making like fresh bread. T-Town Band, Jackie Sexton, what's up? Bissell Love up in the house. Eric, asking about a pregame routine. Good. Jeremy Stewart is saying he's checking in from Mobile. All right, good to see it. All right, look, I want to get to a couple things on the show, and kickoff, like I said, is coming up here in just a minute. ABC, right? So during the show, we'll do the live scoreboard, right? And you know, we'll update it as it happens. I feel so confident about this game. I know it's not like a gas up. I just think the thing about it is a team like Wisconsin, they are a lower level Big Ten team. Okay, 100%. This is a team that has its backup quarterback starting, that has its backup center. I think of this game kind of like Missouri of last year. Remember when Missouri, people were like, yeah, Missouri's going to be good. This team will have limited offense. This will be a defense. Alabama's defense should have their way with Wisconsin. If they don't, it's embarrassing. Alabama should embarrass Wisconsin today, 100%. All right, so this game weighs heavily on another step forward for Alabama, and I think that Alabama will. I have it like 42 to 3 or 0 or something like that. I don't know. All right, week 3 injury report. Ryan Williams, he is healthy. You have Jam Miller, Look, coach is saying that these guys are dressed out, and I've been seeing the team reporters that are down in the field that are saying that they're dressed out, but I don't think they're going to play, right? Jam Miller out, I'd say Tim Keenan out, but we're going to watch the game and figure out if these guys are literally in or out. I think they'd be out of the game. Jeremiah Beeman, he's out for the season, and Ja Latham, I think probably game time decision as well. Oh, this is interesting from inside the comment box. Jarvis, what's up, Jarvis? I appreciate you, man. Hope you're off to a really good start. Jarvis has it like this. He says the line has dropped on this game down from 20 to 17 and a half. Yeah, Vegas probably telling us something, but I don't know, man. I think that this team just, I think this will get out of hand. So that's my prediction. I'm feeling super confident. This isn't a gas up. I mean, I think that this team took a big step forward against really themselves last week. It was like a glorified practice. Come on. But it'll give them an opportunity to get momentum and confidence and hopefully stay healthy going into that game against Georgia. Does anybody have Tennessee beating Georgia today, by the way, inside the comment box? I would think, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised to see the SEC start cannibalizing each other, right? And not like in a bad way, not to mean like the SEC's mid or anything. I just think the teams are so good. Think of the SEC kind of like the NFL, you know, like where teams just beat each other because at the end of the day, all the teams are relatively high quality, right? Except like, you know, there's some NFL teams that are just terrible. But you get what I'm saying, right? All right, so that's the injury report. And look, before we get to this, all eyes on Ryan Williams. He was seen back today bringing the little dinosaur, right? All that goes away if he just has a gigantic game. People were saying it's for his sister. I have no idea. It's Ryan Williams. He does a bunch of different things that we've never seen before, right? Produce, and people don't care, period. Bill Edwards out today at quarterback for Wisconsin, so you're going to get their backup, right? Danny O'Neal. O'Neal was 23 of 27. Last week he was 85% passing against Middle Tennessee. So you're going to get your back. You know what's crazy? You get your backup quarterback against Alabama for the second consecutive year, right? Wisconsin, what? This team, I'm telling you, paper tiger. All right, this photo, courtesy of the University of Alabama, right, has the team walking into the stadium. This is the Walk of Champions. This is a couple hours ago. And kind of the same look from Coach Kalen DeBoer, right, that like laser-focused look as he's coming. This is what we saw last week. I'd like to get him some shades, like some Men in Black shades. But other than that, it looks good. You can definitely tell that he has lost weight, right, year over year. And then you can see the little teddy bear over here with Ryan Williams, who has the Beats headphones, right? So that photo courtesy in from the University of Alabama, all the TV broadcasts and all that stuff. As we look to the quarterback today, I'm going to ask you, how many touchdowns do you think Tai Simpson throws today, right? Let me know inside the comment box. 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. I have him, I think, what did I say yesterday? I have him at like 5 touchdowns or something like that. I think I have Tai Simpson just balling out again on the season. 40 of 60 passing, 66% completion, 480 yards and 5 touchdowns, 11 carries for 40 yards. And Coach Kalen DeBoer was open. He said he was a little shocked. Have you seen what is this ABC pregame show? How is this on TV? Have you seen this? What is this? I've never seen this before. Who are these guys? All right. Kerry Collins says 3 touchdowns. North Alabama Storm Chase says 3. Eric says 4 tutties. Yeah, people very high on the amount of touchdowns that Ty has today. All right, me too. I think he balls out. I guess I'll say 4 touchdowns. That's my final answer. 4 touchdowns for Tai Simpson. I talked about this yesterday. I had a video that went out. Yo, can I get a thumbs up inside the comment box for Kevin Riley? Lance, you will, man. This team, I'm telling you, they're missing linemen. There's no way that they move the football today. This will, and I hate to break it to you, this is not going to be an inclination of how good Alabama's defense is. This is still not a team that's going to challenge Alabama. It's just not. This is not the team that we're going to be like, oh, we figured it out. It's not. They're a little bit better than Louisiana Monroe. All right, a little bit better, but still, they're at the very bottom of the Big Ten. Everyone loves Kevin Riley. Me too. This guy, man, yo, you know what I love about Kevin Riley? No one talked about him in the springtime. I think Coach Kalen DeBoer mentioned him. He was like one of the only people to mention him, right? And not a lot of people were talking about the running backs or whatever. Kevin Riley, he didn't go to like Sad Town, right? He didn't go to social media. Patriot Life in with 5 fan funderships. I appreciate it. Super chats, greatly appreciated too, fam. All right. So, or you want to send a tip, Bama_YouTube, Cash App Bama YouTube. All right. Thank you so much. I'd appreciate you guys, all your support, all the super chats. Thank you so much. I'll be here for about 5 hours today on the stream. So, So thank you so much. I appreciate it. All support, certainly appreciate it. Patriot Life with the 5 fan funderships. All right, let's see. Kevin Riley, just an absolute beast. I probably have him going over 100 yards today. I could see him maybe having 100 yards by halftime. I think that he's that dynamic of a player. In one big run, get 60, have him a couple different carries. This guy's going to absolutely eat today. So Kevin Riley, that's why you don't need Jam Miller. You need Jam Miller to get, 1,000% healthy. Kerry Collins, what's up, man? I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Kind of like NFL Red Zone, right? It's like it never stops. We'll have limited commercials. I'll go through the whole thing. I'll talk with you guys. I'll highlight your guys' comments. We'll watch the game together. You could dip in, dip out, watch the game on your big screen TV, come back here, hang out, get some food. And yeah, Jarvis, I think you're right. This is a good tune-up game for an open week. I love that there's an open week right after this game. All right. Sorry, I'm just really confident on this Alabama football team. I think they mean business. I think that they will have their way with Wisconsin. And then, you get into SEC play, and we'll see where things stand, right? But right now, this is clearly, and it looks like kickoff probably like in 10 minutes. ABC. Does anybody have anything on the grill today? All right, so for the strengths and weaknesses, we've talked about this week, and I feel strongly that this is where we stand. If you just wanted to tell a basic fan about Alabama football, I think you could point to this graphic, right? So the strengths is the abundance of talent. You will see so many people, so many players on this team play. So many guys, whether if they're freshmen, if they're vets, they're going to ball out 100%. There's just so much talent. It is wild. And I think that I don't know how they utilize Alazier Brooks today. I don't know how they use, some of the younger freshmen, Dejon Lee. But the abundance of talent is clear. And I think that should give Alabama fans a lot of hope because the foundation is so good with so many different players, right? I think the play of Tai Simpson will continue to shine. I think we'll continue to fall in love with Tai Simpson. I think he'll operate at a very high level. And I think that, comes with it again today. We'll see more athleticism. I'm serious. If you were kind of gutsy, now I don't think that he'll win the Heisman Trophy. I don't. But if you wanted just kind of a long shot bet, Tai Simpson wouldn't be a bad one. Here he is on ABC right here walking in. It wouldn't be a long shot bet. He gets hot. He starts cooking. He has all the weapons. It just comes down to the offensive line if they can protect him or not at the tackle position. Unbeaten at home under Coach Kalen DeBoer. Dano, what's up, man? I appreciate you being here. Sir Pope, what's up? Let's get it. Debbie Hansen, I appreciate it. Not yet using the grill. It's breakfast time. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it's true. So you could do there was somebody who was putting something on the grill and they were going to eat it. I can't remember who it was. It was what type of bean? Was it red beans? That's what we do down in South, huh? Red. I've never really had red beans. Is this a thing, right? Okay, on the weaknesses, you got the run defense, ranked 102 in the nation. That'll improve today. Wisconsin's not running anywhere today. ABC, the game is on ABC. S Ford. And it's we probably have about 8 minutes until kickoff. Running quarterbacks give them an issue. This guy does not run. And playing on the road. So, no, the game's on ABC, Crystal. Right? Red beans? Is this a thing? How come I've never had red beans down here? Is this a thing for us? Because I've been accustomed to all sorts of different things now that, I live here in Tuscaloosa. Now that Jarvis is saying the line went back up to 18-5. That's wild. This guy, Luke Fickell. I have to say, I really like Luke Fickell. I do. I think he's at this is a tough place to coach. I think he's a good coach. They're 2-0 this season after beating Miami and Ohio and Middle Tennessee. They've allowed 10 points in 2 games, right? But look who they played, right? Danny O'Neal will be his quarterback. That's the backup quarterback, pretty good quarterback. And Mason Reiger down here, outside linebacker, was Pro Football Focus 92. I think he's good for Wisconsin. He was great for Cincinnati. Remember when he was the head football coach at Cincinnati? This guy's a good coach. Yeah, Young C talking about those red beans, right? Okay. I guess I've never had red beans. Hey, Lisa, I see you inside the comment box. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. All right, so look. As you know, my show sponsor is Sleeper. So these are my literal picks, all right? So I put $10 in. I'll be honest. If I get all these picks, it comes out to like $800 or something like that, all right? But you got to win all the picks to be able to win that amount. So this is what I have going on. We'll track it during the show. It should be pretty fun to see. So let me walk you through it. I have Jeremiah Smith catching a touchdown today, okay? They're playing Ohio. You feel good about this? Listen to this. This is from Sleeper. And if you use the promo code TAILGATE, you get a 100% match up to $100. All right? And you can make more or less picks. All right? So stay with me. These are literally I put $10 on this game. All right? So $10 for all of this to hit brings out like, I don't know, $750. So we might be really celebrating today at the end of the show. We might need it because I don't think we got one super chat up in the crib. All right, so Jeremiah Smith, I have him catching a touchdown. Seems good, right? Danny O'Neal, 150 passing yards. I said less, all right? I said less for this guy. I don't think he throws for 150. Josh Cuevas, I think he catches for more than 20 yards, right? You guys like these picks so far? Journey Bernard, I said more than 70 yards today for Journey Bernard, all right? Tai Simpson, I have him throwing for 2 touchdowns. I feel good about these picks. Isaiah Horton, I have him catching for more than 30 yards. Ryan Williams, I'm gonna say that we see more Ryan Williams today, maybe even a touchdown. I can see him scoring like on a jet sweep, but I have him less than 68. That's the one I'm kind of nervous about. I'm nervous about because I feel like I've been telling you guys this week. I feel that Ryan Williams can bust. Like he could just go off for like 200 yards. Like who knows what he's capable of. I know people picking at him like the stuffed animal and all that stuff. Plain and simple, this dude gets the football in a good situation. Yo, he's still dangerous. He's probably one of the most dangerous players in college football. You just need to get him the football, right? And then Dupree down here, you can't see it because it says create, but 17 yards. He's their backup running back. So I'm saying less for him too. So those are my picks on Sleeper. Remember, if you use the promo code, which is tailgate, you can deposit $100 and get a $100 match, right, from Sleeper. I use it. You can use it for more or less, like I just did, and then you can use it for fantasy football as well. So I'm all on board. This is something that I literally use, and I encourage you to do so. All right, so that is the promo code. It's an updated promo code, by the way, which is tailgate. So that's where we stand. All right, I have a couple other questions as we preview this weekend of college football. We've got some really good games going on today. Clemson taking on Georgia Tech. and we don't have to go for the line, but does anybody think that Georgia Tech might beat Clemson? Does anybody think that Georgia Tech might beat Clemson? Sound off inside the comment box. This is an interesting one. I look, Clemson has a lot to prove today. I think that if they want to do something, they could do it against a good Georgia Tech team, right? We're about to kick off here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Here's another game that we got. We got Georgia and Tennessee. Does anybody think that Tennessee beats Georgia today? And we are off here in Tuscaloosa. Wisconsin will get the football, and they will start on offense. I appreciate you guys kicking it with me for the watch-along right here on Bama Football on YouTube. This is a watch-along where we celebrate the games right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Keep you posted with the updated score, and away we go here in Tuscaloosa. You guys think a quick 3-and-out for the Alabama defense? Let's see what we got here going. Game is on ABC. This is the Roll Tide watch-along. Kick it with us. Have a good time. And here comes Danny O'Neal for Wisconsin. Game is on. Here we go. 1st and 10 for Wisconsin. And their backup quarterback, Danny O'Neal. Let's see this defense play with fire intensity. I could already tell from Deontay Lawson in the pregame. He looked fired up. Danny O'Neal's first pass is completed, and it's going to be about 8 yards for Wisconsin. They're going to give him 9 to the tight end. Hey, Sir Pope, let's go, man. Let's see a good showing for the defense. And what I really want to see, and I think same thing with you, is that intensity, right? Making good plays, flying to the football, right? Getting off the field, putting your offense on the field. Here we go. 2nd and 1 for Wisconsin, and it's going to be a 1st down. 2-yard run. Let's give it. All right. 0-0 in the first quarter. Appreciate you guys kicking it with me today right here on Bama Football on YouTube. There's Luke Fickell, who's 0-2 against the Tide, as Alabama's defense led by L.T. Overton. You know, what have you thought about L.T. Overton's play so far this year? You don't hear a lot about him because there hasn't been quarterback sacks, but, you know, he's out there doing his job. 1st and 10 for Wisconsin. O'Neal back to pass. He's going to run, and he's going to pick up, I don't know, 2-3 yards. Mike Rodak of AL.com, or 247, my bad, says Alabama going, this is interesting, Alabama going with some 3-4 looks against Wisconsin. Yanzi Pierre is a 2nd outside linebacker in place of Deshaun Jones. Wow. Interesting. Has anybody seen if Kane Womack's dad is out on the sidelines? Interesting that 3-4. Let's come back to that. All right, it is 2nd and 8 for Wisconsin. It's kind of an end of a round, and they're going to be wrapped up and maybe a gain of about 4. So Wisconsin will face a 3rd down. Big opportunity. Player on the tackle was Bray Hubbard. 3rd and 4 for Wisconsin. Need to get off the field. What's up, North Alabama Storm Chase? I appreciate you being here. 0-0 in the first quarter. 3rd and 4 for the Tide. Current play, 5 plays, 18 yards. This is a big down right here. You get off, you can get some momentum here. Wisconsin back to pass. O'Neal, it's a completion on a slant, and they are going to move it. There's a flag on the play, and I think that's going to be against Wisconsin. That's a drive killer. That's a pass interference on the offense. It's, I guess, yeah, like North. Someone said inside the comment box, it looked like a pick play, right? Yeah, I was wondering how he got so open. Let's see here on the right. That's a 15-yard penalty. That's a big one. Oh my goodness, that was so apparent and blatant. for a pick play. I was wondering how that guy was so open. All right, so it is going to be, a 3rd and 19. So we went from a first down to now a 3rd and 19. And let's see what Wisconsin does right here. You get pressure from the outside. Here comes LT Overton. And LT Overton is going to be credited with the sack. LT Overton. Yo, and Alabama's fans go absolutely crazy. LT Overton with his first sack of the season. Good pressure. You know, that's just a really good move from LT Overton to get to the quarterback. Love it. So Wisconsin will have to punt. And the punt is away. Cole Adams to return. Man, I love me some Cole Adams. And here comes Alabama's defense. That's what we're talking about from a defensive perspective, right? You think Alabama punches it in the end zone? Yes or no? Inside the comment box, I want to hear from you. Do you think that Alabama scores on this drive? Thumbs up if you do. Here comes Tai Simpson following a 17 of 17 performance. Riley starting in at running back. We talked about him. He is banged up in the backfield. 2nd down. Man, Wisconsin was back there, right? Damn. Sweet Home says Overton got his first sack. Isn't that wild? 3 games, first sack. But remember, LT Overton played really well against Wisconsin last year, right? Remember that big hit he had on the quarterback? All right. Trommer, what's up, man? I appreciate it. Everybody's feeling that Alabama gets inside the end zone. There's a false start. There's a pass was to outside. That was to Ryan Williams. That probably would have been a touchdown. Yo, am I tripping? Oh, Josh Cuevas with the false start. Damn it. That would have been, you know what? That looked like it would have been a touchdown. Am I tripping? I think if Ryan would have caught that ball, and he did, but I think if the play would have stood, he would have been off to the races. Yeah, and GP, it looks like they moved him out to the outside. I'm serious. Am I tripping? I think Ryan would have scored a touchdown right there. All right, here we go. Josh Cuevas with the penalty. It makes it a 2nd and 15 for the Tide. Tai Simpson back to pass. Man, there was some pressure coming in, but it is a screen, and they get it out to Kevin Riley. I love that screenplay. It is going to be 3rd down and, 12. Jason says I'm tripping. All right, man. I think I'm just so happy for the dude to do something. All right, 3rd and 9 for Alabama. Clearly a passing down. Let's see what happens here. 3rd and 9 for Alabama. They've held on pressure. Here comes Ty. He's kind of running. He's going to run for it. He's not going to get it. He gets out of bounds, and it's going to be a 4th down for the Tide. Dirt Bike, what's up, bro? Dirt Bike, did you change your avatar? I like it. All right, so that's going to be a 4th down for Alabama. What are they going to do here? It's 4th and 2. They go for it, right? Yo, North Alabama Storm Chase, I kind of agree that Wisconsin, their defensive line looks a little nasty. All right, so it is a 4th and 2. They're going for it. Here comes Ty. He's got 4 wide receivers, including a tight end. Back to pass. Tai Simpson. Looking, and it is going to be incomplete. No flag on the play. Kalen DeBoer is calling for a flag. Jeremy Bernard, the pass was intended to, and Alabama turns it over on downs. It kind of, let's see that again. Yeah, it looks good. Joe Crooms, what's up, man? Was that pass interference? Kalen DeBoer is pissed. Calling for a flag. Okay. All right. I mean, I think a couple things. When I played this team on this little video game, their defense was pretty good, especially their secondary. That wasn't the best start. I mean, it's the first drive. I felt like that first. Let's rewind on that drive. It was a run to Kevin Riley. They stopped him in his tracks. It was a pass. There was a false start, right? A penalty, and then it feels like does it feel like this? Honestly, just the 5 plays that Alabama had. Does it feel like Wisconsin's defensive line was kind of beating Alabama's offensive line? Yes or no inside the comment box. Kind of seems like that to me for a little bit. So let's see. Wisconsin will get the ball back. They have some pretty good field position. And let's see what happens. On the other side, O'Neal was 1 of 1, the quarterback, right? But the thing was, he had completed a pass, which was negated because of a penalty, which was a pick, right? So O'Neal is 1 of 1. Tai is 1 of 2. And this will be the second drive for Wisconsin. And I kind of feel like that's been one of the reasons I can't fully go all in right now is Alabama's offensive line. I don't feel like they're – if you ask me, hey, Kyle, are they A+, I'd say no, they're not A+. I don't know what they are, to be honest. I know Parker Brailsford is, one of the top centers, but even right here, he was being challenged. So let's see what happens. We're on commercial break. There's going to be a lot of commercials on ABC. When these games are on, there's just a lot of commercials. But that's where you could come kick it with Kyle right here on Bama, Bama football on YouTube. All right. 4th, Nick Saban, Jay says, let's go into the comment box. Jeff says, Parker missed a block on the screen. That was big. Penalties costing us. And Coach Kalen DeBoer was also asked this week before the game, how do you work on kind of, limiting penalties? Saban would have never gone for that on 4th down. Let's see this, though. They're coming to the replay. So it looks like they have Lazier Brooks coming up top on like a corner. Damn. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Did you see that? Oh, my goodness. How did he miss that? Yo, Tai Simpson intercepted. Intercepted by Bray Hubbard. Wow. Big pick. And Bray Hubbard will get the turnover belt. Bray Hubbard. Man, he threw it right to him. That was crazy. That pass was literally right to Bray Hubbard. But before that, did you see how wide open Lazier Brooks was? Oh, my goodness. Good to see Bray Hubbard with a pick. Man, that was thrown right to him. What in the world? Okay. So it works out. Bray Hubbard with the pick. Here comes Alabama's offense. Little handoff. This time. It looks like that was Richard Young, right? Yeah, good to see Bray get an interception. Defense coming up, right? Defense has a sack. Defense has an interception. I told you, Wisconsin's offense is not going to move the football. It just comes down to here execution from offense. Tai missed a big touchdown to Bray Hubbard, 100 or to Lazier Brooks, 100%. Rico Scott in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Richard Young. Richard Young stuffed by Wisconsin. Offensive line getting beaten up. Crimson Tide says they know how to stop the run. Lucas points out the play calling. I kind of feel like the offensive line kind of getting it taken to, right? early on. Let's see what happens. That would have been a touchdown. I keep thinking about that. Lazier Brooks is wide open. All right, it is a 39 for Alabama. Come on, let's see. Let's see. Something has to give right here. Big opportunity for momentum. Tai gets hit. He throws it. It's connect to Ryan Williams. Hollywood. That was a nice pass. And you know what? He stood in the pocket, and he found his wide receiver. That was very good. Really nice. So Ryan Williams right here. Is there another wide receiver on the outside of him? He might be on the inside, but he comes out and he does this post right here. Yep, there was a wide receiver. So he was at the slot in that particular position. All right, connection for Ryan Williams. Now he's going to Bernard. Bernard is completion for 5 yards. That was nice. Yo, you know what I liked about that big bid? Did you see how he stayed in the pocket? Tai Simpson right now, 3 of 4, 35 yards. Ryan Williams has 24 yards already. I agree, Dirtbag. That was impressive. Okay, you got it looks like 3 wide receivers to the left. Here comes 81, which is Caleb Edwards on a block. It's a little pitch out to Riley. Riley gets, man, he looks good running the football. 3 yards, and it's going to be, what, a 3rd and short for Alabama? What's up, Star Wars? I don't think I said what's up to you, man. You doing all right? Good to see you, bro. I told you, man. Dude, yo, GP, 100% my parlay might be cooked. Because the one that I was going for is Ryan Williams, I think, going under. But kind of now that I'm thinking about that, he had a big game against Wisconsin last year, right? All right, Tai Simpson, 3rd and 2. He rolls out. He's going to connect to Hollywood again. And Hollywood's going to get a first down. All right. So Ryan Williams with 2 receptions for 27 yards. Hey, Cody, what's up, man? Good to see you. B-Rob, it looks like Jaden Roberts is healthy for sure. He'd probably play some at guard today. Something to watch. All right, we need our offensive line eyes. Let's see what's going on in the offensive line. You played offensive line. You have some experience. What are you seeing from the offensive line? Go ahead inside the comment box. 1st and 10, Alabama right now on a 7-play drive. They'll pass a quick pass to Lazier Brooks, and that looks nice. The 4 wide receivers, Jeremy, Ryan, Horton, Brooks. Look, they have Ryan Williams and Lazier Brooks in the slot. That's deadly. I'm serious. That is super, super deadly. And I agree, Paul Kirk. I think you're starting to click now. Here comes Alabama. Inside the red zone. Let's see what they can do. Really loving this drive so far. Kevin Riley trying to get something going. Makes a couple guys miss, but Cody's asking if we'll see 3 quarterback set. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I've been impressed with this drive, though. 8 plays, 52 yards, 4 of 4 passing for 46. Tai Simpson getting the football out. I like those quick routes to Williams Brooks, right? Just kind of like those speed outs. All right, 2nd and 8 from the 10-yard line. Tai Simpson, quarterback keeper. Formby's out there, 75. Jeff Merriman, what's up, man? Jeff says, how would you like to be Tai Simpson? You have no running game. Maybe we can push this down right there. All right, let's see if Alabama could get inside the end zone. 3rd and 3 for the Tide. Sir Pope's like, Milrow scores on that? Probably so. He's a beast. Running the ball. All right, 3rd and 3. Let's see if the Tide can get in. Little handoff to Richard Young, and he's stuffed, and it's going to be a 4th and 1. Huh. All right. I think you got to I think you go for it. You guys think so? All right, 4th and 1 for the Tide. It's going to be a handoff to Jeremy Bernard. He's in the end zone. Jeremy Bernard. Yo, give a roll Tide inside the common box. Crimson Tide go up on the board 7-0 on a little handoff to Jeremy Bernard. You know, as we look back to that, nice effort, man. Wow. As you look back to that, the catalyst to this was a defensive play, right? From you get an interception. The drive was 11 plays for 61 yards, right? Ty was 4 for 46 yards, and you had 7 rushes for 15 yards. So Jeremy Bernard actually the guy who gets in at running back. Yo, the story with Jeremy Bernard has been great because this is a guy who's really kind of the example in terms of like leadership, right? Let me get this posted real quick. I think when you look back to that particular drive, right, and you have Alabama now, will update the scoreboard 7-0. I think clearly the defense made a play, the interception, and then on that particular drive, I felt that there was some good rhythm, right? I think it's going to be hard to run against Wisconsin clearly. Like right now, Alabama's rushed the football 9 times for 22 yards. I think Wisconsin's probably built to stop the run. But I think where you exploit Wisconsin even going forward is getting the football out on quick routes to the wide receivers. I think that's starting to see where there's a mismatch, right? Ryan Williams on a speed out. You got Lazier Brooks on a speed out. The long stuff probably comes. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But right now, I thought that was a pretty good drive. 11 plays, 61 yards. Now, I do have to, I'm trying to figure out, is the offensive line kind of subpar for the weapons that Alabama has? Is that the assessment? For those of you, honestly, because I know some of you watch the offensive line. You guys are offensive line guys. You guys played on the offensive line. Maybe, trust me, there's so many people on this channel. Can you assess the offensive line right now? What would you say on a scale of 1 to 10 how the offensive line is performing? That might be the only thing that's kind of holding back what could be one of the most explosive offenses that we've had in, 5-6 seasons. Lance points out even Brailsford is struggling. And you know what? Sometimes I think we get caught as fans saying, like, are we not giving Wisconsin's defense credit, right? Like I don't believe in the Big Ten, like most of their offenses, right? Unless it's like a big time team. But some of these teams have a pretty good defense. Like Wisconsin, I get it. They're kind of known for having a stingy defense. But let's see. Coach Smith says this inside the comment box. Coach says the offensive line has been an issue at Bama for a while. Todd says offensive line is a 6. Bama Jeff says no push, not able to sustain blocks. What's up, JTL? As a longtime LSU fan, I'm used to having Bama have a good offensive line. It's bad, Kyle. A lot of people, not happy with the offensive line. What's up, JTL? Appreciate you, bro. Sam Anderson says Wisconsin has some defensive linemen that can start in the SEC. That's the other thing that I kind of wanted to point out is, like, are we not giving them credit, right? Score is supposed to be 14-0 right now. I love that mentality. Crimson Angel says Kyle asked Coach DeBoer about stopping their run defense. Chad is just straight up was like, our offensive line is terrible. What's up, Chad? How you doing, bro? Javion, what's up, man? Will Fetty, dude. I love that name. Damn, man, I feel Formby. He's got the perfect size. All right, so let's see what we got here. Wisconsin comes out at 7-0. We got 2 minutes in the first quarter. Tai Simpson so far, 5 of 6, 52 yards passing. Still 83%. Hunter, what's up, bro? Tai Simpson leading the team in rushing, 2 of 12. I'll show the stats real quick. I mean, there's not a lot of stats to kind of, chew over, but this is from Stat Broadcast, by the way. All right, so you have Tai Simpson, 5 of 6. Can y'all see that? He's 5 of 6 passing, 52 yards, 2 rushes for 12. Ryan Williams has 2 for 27. Team comparison, and look, Wisconsin's had 2 drives so far. They have just 11 yards. That's going to be the biggest thing. They're going to struggle against Alabama's defense, period. They have 9 yards passing with their backup quarterback. Sharp is pissed. He's like, won't play 5 commercials. 100%. Dude, the commercials on here are long. Passing yards, they have 9. 1 penalty for each team. Not a lot to work with so far. Danny O'Neill's 1 of 2 with that interception already. I'm not going to attempt this young man's name. Okay. So that's kind of where we stand. On my little parlay that I got going here on Sleeper, let's look at where we're at. Okay, we don't know if Jeremiah Smith's going to catch a touchdown. This is by Sleeper, by the way. Use the promo code Tailgate, get a 100% match up to $100. Josh Cuevas, all right, he has not been used at all so far. Jeremy Bernard, way under 70. Tai Simpson has not thrown a touchdown pass. Isaiah Horton has not caught a pass. Ryan Williams, 20s. This is it's not looking good for me. We'll see how it goes. 7-0 right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Watching the game with you guys. You guys having a good time? Commercials are longer and I know, man. There was somebody went in and they ran like the numbers and they said like the actual time of the game was like 16 minutes or something like that of actual like playing time, right? Damian, what's up, man? Why am I not there? But then I couldn't be on with you guys. This is what I do for a living. So if I went to the game, then I couldn't stream. You know what I'm saying? So this is, yeah, a lot of people probably confused, but this is what I do for a living. I know it's a different line of work. I get it. Try explaining it to your family. Marcus in St. Pete's is like, it's early. I agree. What's up, Marcus? So let's think about the positives on defense. All right, let's write some notes so we can have something to talk about for even in the post game. All right, so the first quarter, LT Overton got a QB sack. That was good. Bray Hubbard got an interception. Right. Ryan Williams caught how far was that? What was it? It was a good. Was it 27 yards? Right. Those are kind of like the high points right now. And then Jeremy Bernard had a touchdown from 3 yards out, rushing. We're questioning Alabama's offensive line. And here comes Wisconsin. Little run for the Badgers goes nowhere. Good stuff right there for the defense. Kimberly, what's up? Appreciate you. No, it's better for me just to be here, just to, do the watch along. 2nd and 10 for the Badgers. $150 before the second quarter. Man in motion for Wisconsin. right, stuffed up by number 94. That was what Coach Kalen DeBoer was talking about. You see how the entire offense kind of trailed out on a stretch to the left, and then the running back tried to cut back right. They just don't have a dynamic running back to be able to do that. So you find themselves in a 3rd down and 3. They're going to struggle, I'm telling you, on offense. This will be the continued pattern of this game. Back to pass. Wisconsin has a man wide open, and that is a 1st down. How did that – where did that running back come out on a wheel, and whose responsibility was that? Should that have been Quay Rusaz on the wolf position? I like that play. Alabama's been beaten by that a couple times. That was against Florida State as well. You see that wheel route? Same thing that they did, except Florida State scored a touchdown. Running back comes out. Good hit by 41, Nakai Hill, but he's like, where the hell were you at? Huh. Hey, what's up, Dirt Bike? Dan O'Neal back to pass, gets it out to the running back, and he is stuffed up. Robert says nobody picked up the running back on the 3rd down conversion out of the backfield. Yeah, that was a missed assignment for sure. So Wisconsin moves the ball. Now it looks like we entered the 2nd quarter. All right. 2nd quarter has started and is 7-0. Crimson Tide leading. Dirtbike, what's up, man? I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It means a lot, man. Bama Jeff not happy about it. Dano says Kane is the anchor on our neck. And we're back to commercials. By the way, I haven't taken a commercial yet. Jackie Sexton, what's up? All right, so far this is what I have in terms of like the pros and the cons. To be honest, I haven't really been that mad about the defense. I mean, I think that was a missed assignment on the 3rd down, but you had a quarterback sack, you had an interception. I think they've done a good job stopping the run. They haven't allowed anything over the top passing-wise. Offense, I think that 2nd drive looked pretty good. I don't know how Wisconsin's going to stop that going forward, right? All right. Let's see if we can see some other scores. There's a bunch of 11 a.m. Games. So let's go around the country real quick and look at some of these other scores. So you have Oklahoma right now, who's playing Temple. The score is 11-0. John Mateer is 8 of 11 for 99 yards passing. In Tuscaloosa over here, you have Alabama beating Wisconsin. This game's at 11:45. Okay. I thought there was some other games that were notable. Maybe they might not be like top 25. I think this is only here we go. That's why. You have Oregon on top of Northwestern, 7-0. Hey, look at this one, fam. We were talking about this one. Georgia Tech is leading Clemson. Now, Clemson has the football and looks like they're marching down. I'm telling you, in the preseason, I never bought a lot of stock in Clemson. I didn't, this is a good team, by the way. Georgia Tech. You know what would be one hell of a game is like Georgia Tech and South Florida, right? Okay, Oklahoma is beating Temple. Michigan is all over Central Michigan. Bryce Underwood has a bunch of yards already. And I think that's where we're at right now. So this game's at 2:30. This is kind of an interesting game, I guess. Oh, I can't wait to see this one right here. I think it's crazy that I think the line was like 17.5, Miami or something like that. So anyways, that's where we stand. I think so. I think this team will be tough. And the quarterbacks that Alabama's going to have to face going forward, right? Are really good. I mean, this team clearly doesn't have offense. I mean, let's just face it. But the teams that you face going forward from here on out should all have offense. I'll have a quarter. I don't know how good this Gunnar Stockton is. I really don't. Yeah, what's the CW network? What is that? I saw that over here. Did you see that? Right? The CW. Why is this game on the CW? That's weird. All right. We go back to Tuscaloosa. The watch along. Wisconsin back to pass, and you get another quarterback sack by Quay Rusa. Big sack. And offensive lineman is down for Wisconsin. Second sack of the game. I will had a dream that you beat Georgia but lost to Florida State and Tennessee. It might be psychic. Let's get to Quay. Oh, man, I'm surprised that quarterback's not hurt, too. O'Neal's hurt, too? This is just like that Missouri game of last year. They're not going to score in this game. O'Neal's hurt. Everyone's hurt for this team. All right, so Wisconsin's guy goes off the field. He's hurt. Second sack for Alabama. That's good. They already have their backup center in. Quay's first sack. LT got the sack. Quay Rusa, seriously, like that guy, he's not even at his ceiling yet. He's very, very talented. 100 million %. All right, 3rd and 14 for Wisconsin. Let's see what happens here. Another quarterback sack. Yep. More pressure from Alabama's unstoppable defense. This time it's 90. Is that my boy Fega? No, that's London Simmons, a freshman. Man. Yo, 3 sacks. This is that Alabama pass rush, right? Man, this London Simmons, he started. I guess he started today, too. 3 sacks for Alabama so far. Wow, dominating. Cole Adams takes the punt. London Simmons is good, man. Yeah, the Wisconsin's offensive line is in trouble. Yeah, I agree, JTL. We look, we knew that this was going to kind of be the case, but it's still about execution. What does Alabama do now with an opportunity, right? How can you move the football down the field? It's all tune-up. It's all tune-up. If these teams played 500 times, Alabama beats this team 500 times, but how do you continue to get better every single play? What do we see from Tai Simpson? What do we see from the offensive line? Because the defensive line actually isn't bad for Wisconsin. This was crazy right here when he missed on Lazier Brooks. I bet when he goes back and watches film, you know, he's going to be really upset because that was what is that? A 65-yard touchdown? All right, here we go. Tai Simpson, back to pass, good protection. Over the middle, Josh Cuevas. All right, need a couple more of those. So, Dano, that's kind of one of the biggest things is like who's ahead watching and who's behind. I think it's all like the TV networks, your internet speed. It's some sort of weird formula. Yeah, you got to decrease the broadcast delay as well, like Crimson Angel said. Crimson, tell him how, by the way, inside the comment box. Tai Simpson back to pass. He's going to be sacked. What the hell? Where did that come from? And see, that's the problem. Is like if they're struggling, like Wisconsin's not going to score, but when you play a better offense, are the games going to be tighter? I don't know. Damn, Richard Young just got lit up. Oh, my goodness. That's that pass protection. Damn, Richard Young got literally lifted up. Oh, my goodness. That's where you missed Jam Miller, right? I'm going to tell you how to try to speed up your TV when you're watching the game, by the way, coming up next. All right, little throw to Isaiah Horton, and it's going to be short. Okay, so if you have, I don't know if this exists on Hulu, but on YouTube TV, hit the down button, okay? Hit the down button. You're going to see 3 dots to your left. Click the 3 dots and click, you have YouTube TV. It slows down your TV like 6 seconds, so you have a better streaming. You want to click default instead of decrease, and that'll bring you up like 6 seconds. So like Dano, I know you're on Hulu, go into your settings and see if there's something that is delaying. Wow, 15-yard penalty on Wisconsin for roughing the passer. Wow. So that's going to bode well for Alabama. It's a first down. Wow, that was interesting. Alabama catching a break there. They would have had to punt otherwise, right? Watch it on the antennas, Robert says. Yeah, that's the true way where you're up to speed. Tai Simpson back to pass. Finds Jeremy Bernard. Jeremy Bernard off to the races. Touchdown. 43-yard touchdown by Alabama's QB. 1 to wide receiver number 1. Jeremy Bernard. Yo, that was beautiful. Yo, 43-yard touchdown. Man, Jeremy is just on fire, man. Second touchdown of the game. 43-yard strike from Tai Simpson to Jeremy Bernard. It's about to get ugly, fam. That was beautiful. Let's see what happens here. Oh, my. Yeah, that's just too much to deal with. Because they were looking for Lazier Brooks. He took that safety out, and when he came over across, I see what happened. That was all, yeah. That was, you know what that was? That was just a really well-designed play. Because Lazier Brooks took that safety. Jeremy Bernard came across the middle of the field. Great throw. Yeah, the high-low concept, 100%. That was beautiful. But you got to have a quarterback that can see it and make the throw, right? That was a damn good ball by Ty. So right now, when we go back to the stats, right, we'll bring these on the screen. Yo, Tai Simpson, man, that was remember, if we go back to fall camp, the thing that Coach DeBoer continued to talk about was the accuracy of Ty. Do you remember this? Like just throwing a catchable ball. 8 of 9 for 116. This is coming off when he was 17 of 17. You know what I'm saying? This is interesting right here. But maybe we give Wisconsin credit. I don't know. And then over here you have 2 for 48, 2 for 27. And this is your wide receivers 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? So wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, 3, and now 4. Look, this guy might be wide receiver 3, Lazier Brooks. It doesn't matter. When you have these 4 out in any sort of combination, I know they like to keep Cuevas out there as well, it's dangerous. 6 receivers so far have 8 receptions for 116, and we're in the second quarter, right? No filters. What's up, bro? Georgia does not have offense. Yeah, I don't know what to. I'm gonna watch that Georgia-Tennessee game and make some, observations clearly. But I don't know what we got so far with Georgia. But I do know that if the offensive line protects this guy, who's a menace, who's causing a lot of problems, is this guy, Lazier. I agree with you, Dano. I'll take Lazier as the number 3 wide receiver. So you got Bernard number 1, Williams 2, and Lazier 3. And by the way, Lazier should have that tutty. All right, let's go back to the college football scoreboard. And we will go to We will see what's going on this morning. So we will get out of SEC. I don't know why that's my default. College football scoreboard this morning, you have Oregon taking on Northwestern. We're at 7-0. And look at this. For a second week in a row, Clemson is trailing. Right? Last week they were trailing to Troy. They came back. They're able to win that game. Today you have Georgia Tech, who, by the way, is a good football team, right? And the score right now is Georgia Tech 10, Wisconsin 0, right? The game is in the second quarter. Clemson has the football, right? So far, this is a menace right here. Haynes King, 103 passing, 20 rushing. Great quarterback for sure. And then John Mateer is leading Oklahoma past Temple 18-0 in the second quarter. That team is going to be really tough. What a great design over here by Ryan Grubb, right? Yeah, that looks good. I like that. So Tai Simpson, man, what is he? 17. He was 17 of 17. He's 8 of 9 in this game. It is 14-0. We have to update our little scoreboard, right? Wisconsin back out. Little run up the middle. Going to be stuffed. Oh, my goodness. I do have to admit the defense, I mean, even I get it. There's not a lot of arsenal on this team, but that was effort right there. They just buried this dude into the ground. 14-0. Alabama hasn't allowed a touchdown in 5 quarters now? Pistol formation. O'Neal back to pass. Here comes pressure. He steps up. He's running up the middle, and he gets, 6 yards. Chris from New Jersey. I got it, dog. Our first super chat. It took us an hour to get there, but we got our first super on the board. What's up, Todd? Kyle, I'm calling it week 3 Ryan Williams transfers. I don't know. I mean, anything's possible, bro, in the transfer world. I mean, he's making $2 million. Think about it. He's got an easy gig, bro. $2 million. You know, you get a couple passes. He's going to get paid even more money. So, I mean, Alabama is not broke. They have so much. I don't even know if the university's paying him. I think he just makes so much off NIL. I don't know if he transfers. I don't know. But thank you for the super. B-Hop points out that Deontay Lawson is not on the field. Let's watch that. Will somebody watch the inside linebackers? Damn, that was a nice hit by Bray Hubbard. Damn, did you see that? $14-0. Yeah, London Simmons is good, Joe. Let's write his name down too. Right? For like our post-game stuff. Yeah, London Simmons is good, bro. Look at DeBoer is fired up again. And he's in the all black. Right? What is he, 9-1 in black? Looks like they had 12 men on the field on that play. They have weird penalties, this team. First and 5 for Wisconsin. I really don't want these guys to score. Crystal Jones. Yeah, that's a nice hoodie. I don't know where you can get that hoodie at. I agree, Sir Pope. Saban would lose his mind. O'Neal back to pass. Gets it to the outside. Nice little play. Goes for 3 yards. Let's check out where I'm at in terms of my little parlay that I got here on Sleeper. Danny O'Neal, way under 150. I need Josh Cuevas to catch for 10 more yards. Jerry Bernard, I need him to catch for 30 more yards. Tai Simpson, I need him to throw 1 more touchdown. We're moving. I still feel good about it right now. All right, 14-0, second and 2. I knew they'd probably get that. Oh, did they? I don't know if they got that first down. What's up, Ethan? Glad to see you here, bro. Bama Jeff's pissed. It's sad how unprepared our defense looks. Mustard got to make the tackle. Sully, what's up, man? Yeah, Hunter, I agree. I have seen more emotion from him in a game like this, right? 1st and 10. Coming off a first down. I was wondering where they'd spot that ball. Yeah, I know, From. I thought that I didn't like the spot of that. All right, kind of an end around for Wisconsin, and it's going to be a gain of like 4. Good question, Crystal. I think because football is just like a long game anyways. What's the flag this time? Man, Wisconsin has a lot of penalties. That was their 4th. Wisconsin has 4 penalties in this game. Let's see. Is it 3 or 4 penalties? I think they have 4 penalties right now. Yeah, I agree, Coach. I don't think they'll give up any points here. It's a 1st and 25 for Wisconsin. This team can barely get 10 yards. Davis, what's up, man? Good to see you up inside the comment box. Appreciate you, bro. First and 25 for Whiskey. I like that. Whiskey. I don't see Deontay Lawson on the field. I see a quarterback running down the field. And I see him getting 4 yards. Wow, so Deontay Lawson is not playing right now. Wow, James Smith is down, according to reporters. James Smith is down. Let's see. We'll make a note on that as well. James Smith down. That's notable. Like, very, very notable. Someone said that James Smith is hurt. Jamie Bird, oh my goodness, what? It's a reverse that Florida State used as well, and Bray Hubbard is playing like a monster. Yo, thumbs up for Bray. Yo. I give him a game ball 100%. Bray's playing, this is his best game that he's played so far for Alabama, period. This is what we need from Bray Hubbard. Like this is the standard of what, like who we held him to be, right? I've seen him out there several times. All right, only 3 men. It's like was that a 3-4 that they're running there? 3rd and 18, and it's 4th down. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I don't know. The reporters are saying that James Smith is down, but we never got like an update. Yeah, I do, Hunter. I think you see Bray play in the NFL. I don't know, if he's like an overall impact player in the NFL, but I think he still has ceiling on him. Now, a guy like Quay Rusaw, I think he has tremendous ceiling, right? What do I think about this game so far? These 11 o'clock games are weird. It's hard to get momentum in games like this. Wisconsin's, they're not very good. But it's like, how is Alabama playing? I go back to the last 2 drives of Alabama. when they put it in the end zone, and I look at the play of Tai Simpson, right? How is he developing? How is he leading the team down the field? And I have to say, I've been impressed with him again. I said I was expecting him to do like great things in this game. 8 of 9 passing, 116, a touchdown. Tai Simpson is starting to feel more comfortable. I guess these are the notes that I have written down so far. I say LT Overton got a sack. Bray Hubbard. I had Bray Hubbard on there twice. All right, so this is what's standing out to me so far. LT got a quarterback sack. You got London Simmons, who's playing very high. You also have Quay getting a quarterback sack. So you have 3 quarterback sacks in the first quarter, right? Ryan Williams back, in the offense. He caught a catch. He caught a pass. Tai Simpson, the play of Tai Simpson. What has stood out to you so far? Is there a player that stood out to you? And again, Bama Jeff points out that Clemson still trailing. This is the updated scoreboard right here. Georgia Tech on top of Clemson 10-0. Oklahoma now up 25-0. Yeah, the good teams are starting to rise. Michigan. Auburn is up on South Alabama by a score of 7-0. That game started at 11:45. Louisiana and Missouri. That game just kicked off. And then we're watching this game later on. Tai Simpson, 8 of 9, 116 passing. The running game. Okay, this is one thing that we haven't spoken about. Is this just because Wisconsin, this is kind of a team that, prohibits you from running? Are they, what's going on here? Why can't we run the football? What is the reason? This is weird to me. Because the last couple, this season so far, is it just Jam Miller being out? We're saying Kevin Riley probably go for 100 yards. Or is it Wisconsin's defense? Passing-wise, you're really not having an issue. Maybe, is it the offensive line? I don't know what it is. Chad wants more commercials. Crimson Angel says, Kyle, Dreamland Barbecue was good. Good. I'm glad you went there, man. Did you by chance have the banana pudding when you went there? If you go to Dreamland, it's, after your meal, you get the banana pudding, which sounds amazing right now. All right, watch this. So Michael Carroll is in, as well as Jaden Roberts on the offensive line. Alabama in the shadow of their own end zone. They're at their 2-yard line. Michael Carroll in at tackle. Little handoff. Kevin Riley gets to the outside. Man, let's go. Kevin Riley, man. He's not the biggest back, but, God, he is good, man. Look at that stiff arm. Another stiff arm. Another stiff arm. Yeah. Damn, man. I'll take that. I'll take that all day long. That was a hell of a run. That was the best play of the game so far. Am I wrong? All right, another handoff. Keep feeding it. Yes. Oh, my goodness. Yo, Kevin Riley's a monster. This dude. Did you see Riley just buried this dude? And here's Georgia Tech beating up on Clemson. Damn, dude, Kevin Riley's, yo. He just put that dude into the dirt. All right. Okay. He delivered the blow, too. That's a way to get out of your end zone. Tai Simpson now back to pass. Sliding catch by Isaiah Horton. I want them to show that play again. That was wild. Those are the two most exciting plays of the game so far. And then the Jeremy Bernard touchdown. That's going to be a nice, we have to say this, and these are things that happen, but Kevin Riley has certainly emerged as running back number one. So when Jam Miller comes back, that's going to be your 1-2 combo. I mean, Riley provides more than Richard Young. Nice pass to our boy, Jeremy Bernard. Is this going to be a hold? What is this? What's up, Lucas? Yo, Tai is 10 of 11. This dude is like holding on the defense. Damn, Wisconsin now has 4 penalties for over 50 yards. Close to 60, actually. Where was the holding at? Oh, I guess Horton was down here, right? Who's JB, Jamie? What's up, Vape Snake? Good to see you, bro. Damn, this is going to be, a 98-yard drive if they're able to punch us in. So far, 4 plays, 28 yards. Tai Simpson back to pass. Good protection. Goes downfield. He's able to find Hollywood, and Hollywood gets a first down. Nice, nice, nice. Hollywood now with 3 receptions for 49 yards. And this was protection. This was great execution, right? Look at, okay, so you have Jaden Roberts in. You have Michael Carroll in. You get a pass to the outside, very catchable ball to Ryan Williams. You're good, right? Yeah, so Ryan Williams is going to have probably 100 yards in this game. Tai Simpson right now, 10 of 11, 144 yards passing. Alabama at the 50-yard line. That was good. Yo, Carroll gets beat. Tai Simpson steps up. He's scrambling. He's going to have to use his feet. He's going to get out of a tackle. That was, Michael Carroll got beat badly right there. You see that on that right side? Whoa. Okay. He's a freshman. We're watching all these guys. Georgia Tech still leading Clemson 13-0. Man. So it's a timeout. Let's point this out real quick. Let's go to the stats, all right? Look at our Tai Simpson watch. 10 of 11, following a 17 of 17 performance, 144 yards, 1 touchdown. Look at the completion percentage, 91%, all right? Kevin Riley, bright spot in this drive, 5 for 17. Does he have yards after contact? And then right here, Ryan Williams leading the team in receiving yards. He has 3 for 49, right? And you have Jeremy Bernard, 2 of 48. This is it. This is 100% it. It's nothing more than this. Tai is a very smart football player, right? He doesn't make many mistakes. He throws a catchable ball. He has good athleticism. He doesn't put Alabama. He doesn't do bad things with the football. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Kerry Collins. Yeah, Wisconsin is not scoring in this game. Yeah. I agree, Tai. Tai says it feels more safe with Tai. Yeah. This is a way, look, this is a way that a quarterback is supposed to operate. Period. This is how a quarterback's supposed to operate with an offensive coordinator like Ryan Grubb with the weapons that Alabama has. The offensive line, I don't think it's outstanding, but they have given Tai some time to, be comfortable. This last time when he was kind of running around, it was because Michael Carroll got beat on the outside. Jam will be back for Georgia. And I don't know if it's because like he's out that they can't run the football or something else is going on. I don't understand it. Why don't you think Alabama hasn't been able to run the football effectively? Is it just because Wisconsin's stopping the run and they want Tai to beat them? Let's see what this score is. Still 13-0. It's only Ty's third start. He's starting to look like this. That's a good point out, too. He looks really comfortable. Hold on, we got some sort of bot or something like that in the chat. All right, 2nd and 10 for the Tide. Tai Simpson back to pass, has time, sets his feet, a nice pass thrown down to Lazier Brooks. Yo, that is as good as it gets. Damn, what a look at the pressure. He steps up. Man, they're dangerous with these wide receivers out there. They're dangerous. Caden Proctor pushes him to the outside. Nice throw over the middle to Lazier Brooks. Yo, I mean, literally, Tai. Yo, this guy is one completion away from still being perfect again. He's 12 of 13, 160. This drive, 7 plays, 66 yards. Lazier Brooks, 2 of 30. Tai Simpson back to pass again. He's going to throw a ball to Kevin Riley, who gets hit, but it's completed for 19 yards. Man. Ball kind of floated a little bit. I was wondering where it was going to go. Big hit, but Riley hangs on to it, showing his toughness. Really good catch. Damn. Wow, he got hit. Yo, Tai Simpson, 12 of 13, 179. Ty Montana. How about that, man? Ty Brady or just Tai Simpson? Yo, man, this is an impressive drive for sure. 50 seconds before. Tai Simpson back to pass. Bullet. Thrown. Isaiah Horton. Touchdown. Oh, my goodness. That was dirty. Damn. What a bullet. Yo. Tai Simpson. Oh, my goodness. Yo, thumbs up for Tai Simpson. Let's see how many thumbs up we can get for Tai Simpson inside the comment box right now. What a pass for Tai Simpson. Tai Simpson is 13 of 14 passing for 192 yards and 2 touchdowns. The first half. Jeez. Little Reed throws it. Damn, nice pass. Told you. Alabama rolling. Damn, Tai Simpson is. All right, let's go inside the numbers. We might have to do like a small video on Tai Simpson. Yo, and I don't, this is crazy. Okay. Last week, it was because it's against Louisiana Monroe. Well, what is it this time, right? Tai Simpson, the numbers don't lie. Tai Simpson, 13 of 14 passing, 192 yards, 2 touchdowns, right? And this is what I love about it. It is the distribution. I told you, remember I said earlier in the game, if you want like a low like a long shot right now that's not bad play for like a Heisman, maybe Theismann. I don't know. Should we a Theismann shirt? Look at the distribution. 6 wide receivers right now have 192 yards. Let's break it down. Ryan Williams back in action. I like how they utilized him, right? To the sideline, 3 for 49, 3 targets, 3 catches. Isaiah Horton, 3 targets, 3 catches, 31 yards. Theismann, right? All right, Jerry Bernard, 2 for 48, targeted 3 times. Lazier Brooks, 2 targets, 2 catches. Kevin Riley, 2 targets, 2 catches. Josh Cuevas, 1 target, 1 catch. Yo, so, I mean, what's happening right now, what you're seeing is Alabama's offense being very effective, super dangerous with the weapons that they have. I think if you're watching Alabama football right now, right, on national television, you're probably like, damn, Theismann, right? Can we say Theismann? I think you're starting to talk about the quarterback. You're like, damn, this dude is it. Ryan Grubb's offensive schematics are tough to deal with because of the weapons that they have, and they have a quarterback that's operating at a very high level. Yeah, I get it. Look, Wisconsin, I don't know how many games this team wins. Not many. I don't think they're a good team. I don't care about that. I care about coming out and executing regardless of who the opponent is, making good reads, right? The only reason why Ty is a 9 of 10 right now instead of a 10 of 10 is because he missed on Lazier Brooks, which would have been a touchdown. Other than that, he's been stellar. He's been perfect. He hasn't, forced anything that's been, maybe this pass to Riley. I don't know. Mike Rodak tweeting out, Alabama has scored 94 points without allowing any. Damn. Yeah, so I guess the buzzsaw has awoken. Shoot. Tai Simpson is just, it's great. I'm happy because, look, I feel the quarterback has been an issue, and I get it. The last quarterback here could do different things, but this is a much better quarterback leading the team that can lead them, I don't know, as far as we need to go. James Smith back on the field, by the way, according to Charlie Potter. So James Smith went out with a small injury. He's back. James Smith out first, back in before half. Okay, so those are our stats right now. We'll update the scoreboard as well as Alabama now leads 21-0. 32. 21-0, almost to halftime. Here comes Wisconsin. Little run up the middle. I figure they just try to get to halftime. We'll go over some stats and scores during halftime. We'll do a little halftime show. We'll break it down. Don't you feel not only pumped up, but you probably feel satisfied? It's going to be probably really interesting to hear from Luke Fickell about this Alabama football team. He's a pretty animated guy, tells it like it is, right? He's coached the game, for many, many years, so he'll be able to have a lot to say about someone like Tai Simpson. 21-0 right now, and we're at halftime, okay? So that is your halftime score. How would you assess Alabama through 2 quarters against Wisconsin inside the comment box on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 to 10, your assessment of Alabama. I'm going to go over the stats next, and we'll break it down. But let me get a poll started inside the comment box. Oh, they just asked the same question I did. Scale of 1 to 10, first half play. 10 to 10, I'm going to say inside the comment box. 8 to 9. Let's see what else we can get in there. 7 to 8. I only put a couple different options because I think they're playing at a very high level, right? I think everybody, go ahead and vote inside the comment box, and I'll go over the scores with you, or the stats, rather, as we get into halftime. So I think the first thing that really stands out to me and just like we were talking, but let's, since it's halftime, let's settle down and talk about it. The play at Tai Simpson. Last game, he was 17 of 17, right? So if we just run the numbers, 17 plus 13 is 30. Think about this. This is wild. Tai Simpson is 30 of 31 in his last 6 quarters of play. Right? Like that, no matter who you're playing, I don't care like what's going on, that is amazing. 30 of 31 in his last 6 quarters. Do we see another quarterback today? I don't know. But I think we keep the eye on the prize right here, which is Tai Simpson and his level of play, which is clearly super, super impressive. I mean, the guy has done everything that Coach Grubb has asked him to, and he's operating at a very high level of play. So Tai Simpson certainly getting it done. And I think a couple of things that have stood out to me when watching Tai Simpson is he sets his feet. He's able to read the field. He's made really quality throws. That throw that he had to Isaiah Horton was top tier, right? He used Isaiah Horton's height to get the pass over. Isaiah Horton went up in the air, caught it. That was impressive. So Tai Simpson, I mean, about as good as it's been, over the last 6 quarters, to be honest. I mean, this guy is operating at a very, very high level. I don't know what's going on here. I would like to hear from Coach Kalen DeBoer, Ryan Grubb. I don't know, maybe you inside the comment box. What's going on here? With is it because you're starting running backs out, Jam Miller? I don't know. I think the positive here is Kevin Riley, despite having 5 of 17, I know it's not a lot of volume. I looked to, there was that series, I guess the last scoring drive that was 98 yards, right? It just shows his physicality. It shows what type of players he is, right? This guy is a high-level player, 100%. Looks like we got another bot inside. Super, super impressed with him. And I think he's clearly surpassed Richard Young, right? That could be it, Jay. Thank you, bro. Yeah, maybe just take what the defense gives you. I like that. But I think he's surpassed Richard Young. There's nothing wrong with talking about, what it is. And with Jam Miller coming back, how are they going to use the running backs? I think the only thing that I would say, I saw Richard Young, he got blown up by an inside linebacker, right? Kind of the pass protection. You haven't seen Daniel Hill or any other running backs today. In fact, it was Jeremy Bernard who scored on a little sweep. Right here with the wide receivers, so much to go over. I mean, this room, I don't know if they call themselves rideouts or whatever it is, but they are dangerous, right? Super, super dangerous team. And I look to the fact that Ryan Williams, he's been targeted 3 times. He has 3 for 49. Isaiah has 3 for 31, including a touchdown. Jeremy Bernard, that's kind of like your big 3. And then I think we all figured out, I don't know if Lazier Brooks is number 3 or number 4. It doesn't matter. But Lazier Brooks being on the field makes Alabama's offense that much more dangerous. And I agree, Mike. I mean, it wasn't going to take long for Ryan Williams to turn heads again, right? Matthew says this inside the comment box. I understand they have big guys in the box. So my peanut brain says, I think we go ahead and go outside. Man, I don't know. This is probably something that we talk about this week, in terms of like the running backs, as you go into, a couple weeks to prepare for Georgia. But Kevin Riley's certainly been it. I love it. Yo, Kyle, what you think about I think Ryan Grubb, he has a creative offense. I think he's able to get guys in space, and now you just have your quarterback be able to hit those guys. Having Ryan Williams and Lazier Brooks, I saw them each in the slot today. That's dangerous. At the same time, right? As inside wide receivers. Okay, so that's the offense. Over here for Wisconsin, these guys, this is what we're watching is a repeat of last year's Missouri game. This team is not going to score a touchdown. Okay, they're not. They're playing with their backup quarterback, who's 6 of 7 for 44 yards. They can't get anything going on the run game. That's just this team has no offense. Period. There's nothing even to say about that. But I'm going to hype up the defense because I think the defense has played inspired football, and I want to highlight a couple different guys. Total yards, 212 to 59, right? 192 right here with the passing yards. Wisconsin has been penalized a ton, 4 for 55. They have only 4 first downs. Total plays, they have 21. Average per play, 2.8. So I think Alabama's defense should be highlighted. And let's highlight some of these guys. I haven't really seen much of Deontay Lawson. I don't know. Hey, Tony, what's up, man? Appreciate you being here. Have you all seen Deontay Lawson? I haven't really seen too much of him. But he has 4 tackles. Nikhai Hill-Green, I've seen him out there, 41. He has 4 tackles. Justin Jefferson. I think the notes that I have so far written down is Bray Hubbard. He has a game ball so far. He's playing. I've seen him make a couple big hits. Yeah, and you're right, Coach Smith. I think the run defense has been great. Remember, this is a team that entered this game 102 in the nation. I don't think that Wisconsin has a lot of firepower, but they've stopped them. So it is what it is. They've done a good job. They've been in the right place. They filled gaps. They've made tackles, right? They have 3 quarterback sacks in the first half, right? They only had, 1 coming into the game. So, yeah, I mean, defense has played equally to what the offense has, and that's why it's 21-0. Yeah, right here. Bray has picked it up, and so is Jefferson. So that's what you want to see. I'm happy about it. 21-0 right now. Alabama hasn't allowed a touchdown in, 6 quarters of play? They're rolling. Anything else standing out to you inside the comment box about this team? Anything that we need to highlight? Man, Ty's doing absolutely work for sure. Here's the national scoreboard. We'll give it a refresh. I think it should already be refreshed, but Oregon is defeating Northwestern by a score of 17-0. No surprise. Oregon hasn't played anybody yet. Look at this game. I knew it. I knew this would happen. Oh, well, they just scored, so it's 13-16. They were down, last week, 10-0 too? Let's see. Oklahoma is beating Temple 25-0. Michigan, big on Michigan State. Auburn up on South Alabama. How about this one? Alabama's going to do bad things to Missouri. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at for the scoreboard. Let's see what we got. Bill F. Murray, what's up, man? Says Kyle, imagine going into Athens with 2 shutouts in a row. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. Cameron Fuller wants to point out London Simmons. Thank you. This is a freshman here at the University of Alabama that has started the last 2 games, right? Because you're out Jeremiah Beeman, you're out Tim Keenan. So they go to London Simmons, who's out of Mississippi. I think he was a 3-star prospect, right? He's played fantastic. Yeah, thanks for pointing him out. He was on my list as well. And it is 13-7 between Clemson and Georgia Tech. Seth King points out the secondary is covering a lot of space. They have tried a lot of motion misdirection. The secondary reading it very well. Body says, Milroe was nice. Glad we had him. Wish people would stop talking down on him so much. He's already getting reps in the NFL. Yeah, it's always going to be that last season is going to be polarizing for a lot of different reasons. But I think just talking about the quarterback that is here today, it fits the system of Ryan Grubb really well, right? So just the continuity that he's been able to show has been really impressive. I have Milroe on my taxi squad. So if somehow he starts for the Seahawks, I wouldn't mind starting him because I think, based on his playing style, he could be a fantasy monster down the road. Let's see. New Mexico. Yeah, I saw when I woke up this morning, I saw New Mexico beat UCLA. You imagine Nico going over there? What are they? They're 0-3, right? Why would he have? That was, man. Sometimes things don't work out, and that just was something that just didn't work out. We need to relook at our schedule. We beating South Carolina, Vandy, and Missouri to sleep. Yeah, this team's starting to get momentum for sure. We'll get out of the screen. We'll go back over here. Let's see what else we got. Voice of Reason, what's up? I know Whiskey is going with a makeshift lineup, but I'm loving us getting. Yeah, me too. I agree. It's like the facts are the facts. It's a backup quarterback, a backup center, but still, like, how are you executing? Because this is another tune-up opportunity. They could be playing lackadaisical. This guy could be doing work. They could have a touchdown board. They're not doing anything. Coach Smith points out that Milroe had 5 touchdowns last year against Wisconsin. D. Pickett says, yeah, the same ones that doubted Tai, stay there. I love that. The stay there. I learned what that meant when Ryan said it. Man. God. What did he want? What did Nico want? Was it $4 million? Yo, I know. So, Wolfgar, I know. So, Mac Jones is starting for the Niners this weekend in place of injured Brock Purdy. I have Mac Jones on my fantasy team as well because I know how the 49ers operate. Everybody on that roster is going to get hurt. I hope Mac Jones is in the next, but Kittle's hurt, Purdy's hurt, Juwan Jennings hurt. In the first week, Paul says Ryan Williams catching the ball again, 100%. It's been good to see him. I'm telling you, it's not going to take long for him to get momentum again. I mean, he'll catch more in the second half. Do you think we see another quarterback? I don't think so. Probably not in this game. But they did put in another quarterback when they were up 28-0. Actually, that's a good question. Do you think Alabama plays another quarterback today for just some opportunity, some reps? Yes or no inside the comment box. Oh, yeah, Brandon Ayuk's out as well. Yeah, I know. And the Niners are the only team in the NFL that have 2 players that have recovered from being from gunshot wounds, right? Brian Robinson Jr. and Ricky Parcel, right? Isn't that crazy? Stay Gold says this team is playing good. The only thing we've struggled with so far is run blocking early on in the game. Stay Gold, what do you think about the offensive line? And from 100%, yeah. And I have McCaffrey too, so I have like the whole 49ers. I don't know if Austin Mack plays. Maybe he will. Yeah, a lot of people don't like Booger McFarland. I don't really watch him, so I can't really make a opinion on him. I don't know. Yo, McCaffrey needs a calf transplant, right? They should have taken it from Moody. All right, I know there's a bunch of commercials on ABC. I haven't taken one commercial break. I'm going to take like 3 minutes. I'll be right back here on Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys always kicking it with me right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in like 3 minutes. All right, fam, we're back. I appreciate you guys giving me some grace. 21-0, Alabama leads Wisconsin here in second quarter, or rather now at halftime. As we look at the college football scoreboard, get it lined up for you. All right, we have Oregon, who is currently beating Northwestern. Is this the best team other than Ohio State in the Big Ten? Like, if we had to rank, isn't that right? So you have, I guess, thinking about it long term, you have Ohio State, Oregon, and then who's the third best in the Big Ten? Just thinking about it, you start to look like wide view at college football. Who's the third best team in the Big Ten? Sean inside the comment box asked, Kyle, who do you have, LSU or Florida tonight in Georgia? Yeah, some great football for sure. I think that I would say LSU and Florida is a good matchup. I'll take LSU again. I think they'll stay hot. I think LSU will beat Florida. And I'm kind of thinking, I'll tell you my thoughts on Georgia and Tennessee. I think the jury is still out for each of these teams. I think they're really good teams, and I think they will be each much more challenging than what we've seen here early on for Alabama. But I think the SEC will start to cannibalize each other, right? So I wouldn't be surprised to see Tennessee win today and kind of change things up. I hope that Georgia wins because I want Georgia to be like top 3 when Alabama plays Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Amelia, what's up? Yes. So this is important. So Coach Kalen DeBoer, when he wears his black hoodie, he is 9-1, right? And when he wears the red polo, he is what is he, like 2-5 or something like that? It's the really weirdest thing. All right, we have started the second half of this game, and Tai Simpson is just absolutely on fire. I was wondering too. I was like, do we see another quarterback? If Alabama gets up, one more score, do we see another quarterback? Oceanic Jazz, what's up? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Yeah, the first half was absolutely beautiful. The last 6 quarters of this team is kind of the gossip that I was telling you about all summer. That's why it was so hard to watch that first game of the season when Florida State looked unbelievable. Here's a reverse pass. Wow, this is flea flicker straight out of Madden, which goes back to Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams makes a man miss, and Ryan Williams is off to the races. Yo, that was absolutely dirty. Fall in love with Hollywood all over again. Fall in love with Hollywood. That play was straight from Tecmo Bowl. That was crazy. Ryan Williams going absolutely crazy. Wow. The triple flea flicker to Hollywood to open up the half with a 75-yard touchdown. Hollywood is back. Yo, the crazy thing is, Hollywood is so fast. Is there a flag on this play? Are you serious? What is the flag? This better not be against Alabama. I'm going to be pissed. That was so crazy. He's so fast. Touchdown. Unsportsmanlike. What was the flag on? That was crazy. That was so crazy. All right, so Ryan Williams with the 75-yard tutty. Ryan Williams, let's look at this again. This is crazy. I remember doing this. Do you remember doing this play on Tecmo Bowl? Ryan Williams pitched to Bernard, pitched to Simpson, Simpson back to Ryan Williams, and then look at this convoy that he has. Damn, that was some good blocking downfield. Whoa, Michael Carroll just blasted somebody. Yo, that was crazy. Oh, was it running? What was the penalty? Was it running into the ref? Damn, that was wild. That was so good for Hollywood. I mean, that's what he can do. I told you. It would take one play for the world to fall in love with Hollywood. Here's the kick to Wisconsin. It is currently, we got to update the scoreboard. This guy's getting loose. Is this guy gone? Oh my goodness. Wisconsin has scored a touchdown, returning the return kick for a touchdown. So special teams blunder. We're updating the score. We got a lot to go with. 28-7 is now the score. Wisconsin brings it back on the ensuing kickoff. 28-7 is the score. Wow. Wow. When's the last time that Alabama allowed a touchdown? Damn it. I wanted them to get this shutout. How far was this, man? That dude ran for 1,000,000 miles. 95 yards. A lot going on in the second half. 28-7. Damn, that was crazy. I'm still, all right. I need a lot to digest right here, right? Let's go over some stuff. Okay. So first of all, that reverse pass to Hollywood was crazy. That was the best play of the game so far. That's probably the best play of the year, right? And then a 95-yard kick return by Wisconsin. Man, they're fast. That guy was fast. All right. Let's come back to the Ryan Williams touchdown. How do you guys feel about the little razzle dazzle? I think that's fine. I think, but like, I don't necessarily like plays like that, but I can see where they're going with it. You needed a way to get Hollywood going, right? He has 4 receptions for 124 yards, right? That was a play that, I probably use later on in the season, whatever. But it gave, like, now you think you saw Hollywood in terms of like NIL. This dude just went from 1.8 million to probably 20 million. I'm serious. That is what that will do for him. I mean, this guy is going to be in the headlines more than you've ever seen in your entire life. And that's just it. Whether he has a teddy bear, whatever it is, that's the type of plays that he can make, right? And that's Hollywood, right? I told you. It won't take one play. That's why I said don't sleep on the kid. Don't sell. Tai Simpson, by the way, okay, after that play, we forgot about Tai Simpson because we're going crazy about Ryan. Look at these numbers. I'm going to type them out for you guys inside the comment box. Tai Simpson. I guess I could just bring this over on the screen. This is crazy. These numbers, I would take him out just now for like efficiency. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. 14 of 15. 267. Can Tai Simpson get some millions too from people? 14 of 15. 267. If he keeps playing like this guy will be, I mean, this is crazy. Look at this. Look at his passing rating. 300. Are you kidding me? Why do we get all these chats up in here? These little bots up in here. It makes it so unfun. That quarterback rating is absolutely wild. Lucas is like, we're about to score again. Probably so, man. I mean, they're obviously a buzzsaw. Look at Ryan Williams, 4 of 124. And that's the thing is, like, if I'm – because, you know, somebody I just blocked it. I'm the only moderator on here. So let's see. Because one time I was a moderator. I had a moderator. I had, like, some different moderators. The moderators went in and they blocked all of my followers. So I've been through, like, the ringer on a million different things. It's just part of it. Will Conform be back into the game at right tackle? Damn, man. That play, man, that was crazy. Michael Carroll throwing that dude down like that. Super athletic to be running way down the field, right? All right, 28-7. Let's kind of come back down to earth. That was a lot. What was that? 2 touchdowns in, like, what, 30 seconds? Did someone say, was it 30 seconds or something like that? What is this? That was wild. I don't know what happened. Sometimes I can't, if I have my headphones on, I can't hear what the penalty was. Oh, illegal block in the back on QB Reese. I said that, 31 of 32. That's crazy. All right, Tai Simpson. Look at this dude. Oh, man, incompletion. Unacceptable. There's a lot of penalties in this game. There are, 9 penalties for over 100 yards in this game. All right, 2nd and 10. It's weird seeing a yeah, Travis T. That's why I don't have any other mods. I do everything on my channel 100% just by myself. That's it. Trust no one. All right, Tai Simpson back to pass. Another completion. 15-17, 278. He's going to have over 300 yards passing. This is my Alabama football fans that I'm used to. 28-0 and getting pissed off, you know, for now only winning by 21. This is the type of, you know, these are the type of fans I'm used to. Getting mad, you know what I'm saying, when up by 21. I love it. That's what I'm here for. All right, 28-7. Tai Simpson, little play action. Gets a block by Cuevas. He's going to use his legs, and it's a second down. 2nd and 2. I'm so pissed he threw that incompletion. I wanted him to, like, set some crazy record. 16-17. Unacceptable. All right. There you go. Get it out to Josh Cuevas. There you go, big man. Man, I thought about having Ryan Williams over here. So this is all busted open because Ryan went crazy. Because I had under, but I should have went over because I know he had a big game last year, and I knew they were going to get him going. That's the one that messed me up right here. That's on me. But it's fun to play pick'em. I mean, you can use the promo code tailgate and make your picks as well. I just went crazy. Look at all my picks I made. You can make like 2 picks, 1 pick. Use the promo code tailgate when you use Sleeper, when you download it. All right, Tai Simpson back to pass. 1st and 10. Here comes the pass rush. Wilcom Formby. Caden Proctor allowing him. Tai Simpson slips out. Turns on the Jets. He's going to get the 1st down. Tai Simpson's the most unbelievable quarterback. Did you see how he put his head down? Like when you run on NCAA football for like more speed. Damn, that dude can move. Yo, this Theismann's crazy, bro. Theismann. No, I missed that block by Lazier. Did he hit somebody? Tai Simpson has 6 attempts for 25 yards. He has legs that work, like Coach Saban said. 1st and 10. Handoff to Richard Young goes nowhere. Richard Young, 4 carries for 3 yards in this game. They're saying, yeah, Theismann. I like Theismann, right? Let's spread the word. Theismann. Dude's dirty, man. He's got a lot of games. Super athletic. Bet James are like, is Formby and Proctor ever going to improve? That one was on them. They almost got Ty killed if he wasn't able to get out there. Ryan Williams is back. I don't know where he went. He's on the outside. You have Caleb Edwards, who was at the slot at tight end. Out to Ryan Williams. It's another catch. Oh, my goodness. Ryan Williams. Ryan Hollywood. Oh, my God. Yo, Ryan Williams again. Jeez. I'm telling you, he is about to go ballistic. I'm telling you, this guy, man, that was crazy. That's what I'm telling you. Those type of moves, oh, my God. That was crazy. I'm telling you, that dude, what was that, 41 yards? Yo, Hollywood is crazy. I said it. Don't give up on this dude, man. That was crazy. That was like, I'm like shocked. I don't even know what to say. Oh, man. Hollywood, man. Can I get like a number 2? Just type in 2 as many times as possible. What does he have? 5 receptions for 165 yards. And 2 touchdowns. And the crazy thing is Tai Simpson right now, this is crazy, all right? So you want to see some crazy stats? And we'll update the scoreboard real quick as well. So look at these stats, fam. This is wild. So when you look to Tai Simpson right here, 17 of 19, right? 327 yards and 4 touchdowns. Yo, this is crazy. Like, unbelievable, right? My picks are not – the only thing that bust my picks was Ryan Williams catching for 500 yards in this game. Ryan Williams, look at this, 5 for 165. I said that play that he just did, the little stutter step, the little hit the brakes, what more than you want? Look, I get it. Jeremy Bernard is like the standard of like, you know, doing stuff, and he's the guy. But there's no one like the playmaking ability of Ryan Williams. There's nobody else like that, period. Like probably in the country, right? So, look, Ryan Williams, 5 for 165, 2 touchdowns, longest of 75. That other one was a 40-yard. What he does scares and terrifies people. I told you. I said don't sleep on him, man, because that sort of stuff, nobody else can do that sort of stuff. Jeremy Bernard can, you know, catch pass all day long, and it's amazing because he's so consistent. And by the way, he's one hell of a person. But in terms of like playmaking ability, Ryan Williams is outrageous. That was outrageous. Period. Hollywood is outrageous. So I'm happy for him, quite honestly. You know, that guy is in the limelight, and people can question the millions of dollars. We can question it, but when you're doing stuff like that, you're producing, and he's only going to go even more nuclear based off those plays. Let me ask you this too. Inside the comment box, how dangerous does this team look? Seriously, like for real, like how dangerous? This the way that this team's playing, I get it. Look, Wisconsin. This team. I don't know how many games Wisconsin wins. I really don't. But the way that they look, is scary. Right? Damn. What a point out right here. Tai has twice as many TDs than incompletions. Yeah, didn't I say he had 4 touchdowns? Well, he's got 4, yeah. Stay there. That's a good one too, Coach Smith. Oh, I think Jarvis said it too. They look, this team's better than Louisiana Monroe. I mean, they're, but the way that this team looks overall is scary. Shoot. All right, so we got 35-7. Wild. I'm gonna have to make a video real quick. You guys will probably see me cut it, because this, like, what's going on with Ryan Williams is absolutely nuts. Someone said that LT Overton is the reporters are saying that LT Overton is getting checked out by the trainers. It doesn't look too serious. And then the play of Tai Simpson is just filthy. What's the bigger storyline? Seriously, what do you think I should lead with? Ryan Williams or Tai Simpson? Or maybe both. It's like one of those headlines. It's like, I don't know. Let me see if I can do this live cut. You'll probably hear me on this side real quick. Why is this? The lighting's terrible on this. 1 second. Yo, all right, I'm back. Crazy. The play of Ryan Williams has been. I think that this team, the way that they're playing right now, and I'm not really. I understand, like, Wisconsin's not like an elite team in my opinion. The way that they're executing is just straight up amazing. Nobody's going to care about a teddy bear or about his little dinosaur or anything like that. It's just, this is just how he operates, and you just let him operate at the highest level. And then the Theismann is nuts. The way that he's playing, he's going crazy, literally. What happened to my stat page? Is there anybody that Tai Simpson is like comparable to in your mind? Like I saw some people talking about like Mac Jones. I don't know, man. Like what I'm about to say right now, I haven't really seen anybody play like this. Like not even, we're going to have to go to the numbers and kind of look at in terms of efficiency, because Mac was super efficient, right? But the thing with Ty is not only is he efficient, he's much more mobile than Mac. Mac can move a little bit, and he was an athletic cat. I mean, he still is. I mean, he's going to lead my 49ers this weekend, but Drew Brees, that's interesting, but he can move more than Drew. I like that. That's not bad. How about like Drew Brees, Baker Mayfield, Bo Nix, right? Like those type of guys, because he can move around a lot. I don't know. Be kind of interesting, or maybe it's just him. Bryce Young, okay. The escapability, I can see that. Damn. Bryce Young, that's an interesting one. Let's just hope that Ty doesn't get drafted to the Panthers. All right, Wisconsin on the end around. Justin Jefferson coming in, and Alabama's going to wrap him up. It's going to be like a 2nd and 6. I Will says, I don't see Mac and Ty. I see Baker Mayfield. That's what I'm saying. That kind of looks a little bit similar to me. Austin Mack is warming up on the sideline. Yo. That's what Rodak just said. Wow. Hollywood going crazy. I'm happy for him. I mean, I'm happy for the guys, right? Because this is the standard. I'm telling you, like, this is the type of talent that they have, the offensive coordinator. So to see them as a buzzsaw, and look, Jackie is a fan who I love, because he's just like, look, this still isn't the standard. There's Deontay Lawson out there making the tackle after a missed tackle. Somebody needs to break their headset on the sidelines. You know what? What if Kane Womack does it? What if Kane Womack breaks the headset? Alabama's defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown in 6 quarters of play, right? It was a special teams. I want you guys to get mad still. This isn't just like, hey, I want, like, let's get pissed off for greatness. See, that is unacceptable right there. The official just went down. That is a type of, you know what, that is unacceptable. Like that quarterback deal right there. LT Overton back. Let's see. See, that stuff against a team that's overall better, yeah, that I don't like that. The official makes the tackle. Bam. Damn, oh my goodness. Yo, did you see Bray Hubbard? Oh my goodness. Bray Hubbard. Yo. Oh my goodness. There you go, Bray. Buzzsaw, right? Amber, I agree 100%. This is the type of team we wanted to see, right? Bray. Oh, my goodness. Interception by Bray Hubbard. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. Yo. Bray Hubbard. Go crazy. Wow. Unbelievable. This is elite, right? Still got to be in the right place at the right time. I mean, another interception by Bray. Wow. Okay. Oh, man. That's good. That's good for Bray. That is, you're right. That is the standard, right? Keeping them out. There was a couple missed tackles on that drive if you wanted to be like nitpicky, but coming up with the interception. Gasoline on fire. I love it. Oh, man. Bray Hubbard, man. I love that because he had that really big hit on that play, right? And then he comes back with his second interception. Wow. This team, man. This is some really good football right here. All right, so we got 35-7. I think Austin Mack probably comes into the game right now, right? I'm not mad about that. I mean, considering what Ty's done, you have an opportunity for, your backup quarterback to get more reps, right? 35-7. Let's face it, the game is, out of reach at this point in time, but you need the other guys to come in, so I'm not mad about it. Damn, man. What a play. Hollywood just going crazy. Good to see it. Hollywood back. 100%. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. We still got Tai Simpson out on the field. Nice little run. Who was that? Oh, that's Jalen Washington. $35-7. Damn, that was crazy. Tai Simpson still cooking. Tai Simpson back to pass. Oh, my goodness. Pass downfield complete to Bernard. Steps up in the pocket, makes a really nice throw. Jerry Bernard's having himself a nice game, too. Simpson still throwing. Protection, little screen. This is to Draylen Washington. Yo, he doesn't look bad. He doesn't look bad at all. I'll be right back, guys, and work on some stuff. Tai Simpson still at quarterback. I thought we'd see a little bit Austin Mack right here, but maybe on the next series. I don't know. $35-7. You know what? Draylen Washington doesn't look too bad. Jeremy Bernard right now has 3 for 67. And Draylen Washington has 2 carries for 13 yards. Four wide for Alabama. I think I see Lazier Brooks on the field. Pass to Isaiah Horton across the middle. Gets another first down. First and 10. We're almost to the fourth quarter. Pass to the outside to Josh Cuevas. What's up, Herman? $35-7, almost to the fourth quarter. It is 2nd and 6. Here comes Tai Simpson. Got a man in motion who is Jeremy Bernard. Tai Simpson to Riley. You know what I've noticed too in the last couple games, Riley has caught a couple good passes. He's displayed an ability, in my opinion, to catch the football, right? Third down for Alabama right here. Third and 2 for the Tide. Pass to the outside, which is tipped. There's a flag on the play. Be right back, fam. If you see it go to this screen, it's probably like because I'm working like on a million things. Almost to the fourth quarter. Is Lazier the new Waddle? Probably. Yeah, I think so. He's so dangerous, and I think it causes mismatches, and it's hard to D up all these guys at once. Another little throw to Caleb Edwards, the big freshman tight end. Man, he's good. Todd, I talk about that often, about the tight ends. I don't know. You really haven't had like an overly dominating tight end in a while. These guys are more serviceable. But I don't know if you have like somebody who is like, kind of a game changer, something like that at tight end, you might not need it, right? I do too. I have to be honest. I do like Caleb Edwards. I think that as he grows, in terms of like gets more experience, not to say that he's inexperienced. I mean, he's a freshman, but he's 6'6", 250. That's by the way, 81. If you're like, who are you talking about? Caleb Edwards, a tight end. He just caught a pass a little bit ago. And I think Scuba Steve's right. I think it's been more like kind of pass, like, tight ends who are blocking type tight ends. No way. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. Holy cow. I really appreciate this, man. I can't believe I just got a $100 super chat. Oh, let me read it out on the screen. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hey, Kyle, thank you for all your hard work. You're the real deal, buddy. Can't wait to see if we can keep it going against the Mutts. My opinion, today's offense is unstoppable, but the defense, not counting Thumper, just doesn't have any dogs. Well, first of all, thank you so much, man. I cannot believe that you would give me a $100 super chat. I really, really am grateful for that. Thank you so much. The offense, man, and that's what I keep talking about. And I'm trying to stay not get overly worked up about taking care of business today. There's so many things that I will highlight in my post game, but I think staying in reality, this offense is what we felt the offense could be. I think the only thing is the offensive line. How good can the offensive line play at the standard that the skill position players and the quarterback are playing at, right? And if that ever happens, I don't know who's going to stop this team on offense. I really don't. Whether it's, Hollywood, Bernard, Brooks, Horton, Cuevas, the weapons are crazy. We don't even have Jan Miller right now, right? And Kevin Riley looks damn good, man. Damn good. And I think when you look to the defense, I'm still cautiously optimistic. I don't, to be honest, I like how they're executing in this game. The play of Bray Hubbard has really been the standard. There's been some other guys, who have done well in this game. But until they play somebody with a true pulse, will I be able to make a better assessment about the defense? And I'm not dogging on the defense. I'm not. I think they're playing great. I just think that the defense still hasn't gone against another Florida State. They haven't gone against another really dynamic quarterback that can run. And until they do that, I think, is the jury out on the defense? Not necessarily, but it's kind of this is kind of what you're supposed to do against a team with a backup quarterback, against a team that has a backup center. Keep that standard going when you play on the road at Georgia, when you play on the road at South Carolina, when you host Tennessee, when you host LSU, when you host Oklahoma. So that's kind of staying in the realistic mind frame. But overall, this is getting closer to the team that we want them to be. And it's a week-by-week progression. I would imagine that Coach Kalen DeBoer, LT Overton's going to the locker room, which is not good. What's happening here? That's not good. All right, so we're back, and we have Alabama's first and goal. Tai Simpson still at quarterback. They're going to let him finish out this drive. Looking, and he just overthrows Josh Cuevas. Okay, not bad. Hey, King, thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate it as well. We look so much better than we did in week 1. Can't wait for a true test against Georgia. Yeah. And I don't know who wins today. I kind of think Tennessee might win today. But that doesn't matter. It's about finishing up this game and kind of taking away steps and moving forward to be able to beat a SEC team like Georgia, to be able to beat a SEC team like Vanderbilt. Those teams will be better than these two teams they've played. And that's not taking away anything from today. It's just staying in a realistic mindset. Jeremy Bernard, just go down, bro. I wonder what's up with LT Overton. I saw him going. Do you see that on the TV? He's going out. I don't know what's up with him going out. It sure is fun to be on this side, though, to see them playing at this level, right? And I think kind of like the offensive execution is what we're most excited about. And honestly, how the quarterback is operating. All right, Tai Simpson back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Ooh. Yo, he dropped a touchdown pass. Ryan Williams just dropped a touchdown pass. He's been criticized for some drops, right? Let's see. Comes across the middle. Yeah, you got to catch that. Damn, right in his hands. I mean, let's give him a little bit of grace, all right? Look, you got if I'm Saban, if I'm anybody, I'm ripping him. That's you got to catch the ball. Period, Ryan. That's it. You got to catch the ball. Move on to the next play. That's it. Kick is good, and it's. I want us to get mad though. Like not at Ryan Williams. I'm just mad about things that don't go right because that's kind of the standard here. All right, 38-7 right now. And what's crazy is the standard is so high here, which it should be, and it should be high in your life. But that drop, people don't forget drops. They just don't. I'm an old wide receiver. I get it. I can still remember a couple passes that I dropped. Currently at, dope. What's up, Mario? Getting harassed for wearing Bama gear. Hey, Mario, I don't know if you could hear me, but do you think that Tennessee wins this game? I don't know. Why am I feeling that Tennessee wins this game? I don't know. Give us something to agonize about for 2 weeks. Oh, man. So let's see. Did Clemson take the lead in this game? It looks like Clemson is taking the lead. I guess they're leading 14-7 or 14-13. Hey, I appreciate the super, man. Thank you so much. Kosalov, what's up, man? Says, RTR, certainly impressed with the team today. I'm in the opinion Georgian's quarterback looks similar to Nussmeier last season. And we remember that game. Thoughts, love the content. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. The jury for me on Gunnar Stockton is still out. I feel he's mid, but I do feel that Georgia elevated their wide receivers with a player like Zachariah Branch. But I want to watch them, right? Nussmeier, I feel, is doing a better job this year of leading LSU's offense, but I wasn't impressed with him last year. I know he's a really good quarterback, and LSU's really excited about their team, and I think they'll be really challenging to beat. But the one quarterback that I think is the best quarterback probably in the – this might be the best quarterback in the country right here that we're watching today. But I think I feel that John Mateer is top tier, right? Elite. I mean, that guy, he's stellar quarterback for sure. Let's see what's going on in the college football scoreboard. So LT Overton again. Did they say what was up with LT Overton on the TV? I didn't hear. London Simmons misses a sack. Quarterback's scrambling, throws it. It's incomplete. It's 3rd and 1, so they'll have to punt. Oh, upper body injury. Thank you, Beth James. I didn't see that. I can't hear, so thank you. But you see what I'm saying, Koslov? I just think that John Mateer is probably that quarterback. So Lance is saying tap the brakes. I don't know, bro. I think he's pretty good, man. And I thought he was good even when I first saw him at Washington State. I felt like, he was going to be a guy. So I guess they're saying upper body for LT. That's significant. That's a significant injury. Like, I mean, I don't know what the injury is, but significant news. You don't want anything going on with LT. Yeah, Keon Keeley should be. Is he in number 31? Yeah. So, I mean, he's next up. 31 should be in. Thank you, Keno. I appreciate it. Oh, next stinger. Oh, yeah. He could be good. All right. Here's a Keon Keeley, number 31. Get there, man. Shoot. I probably have to do a couple more edits, and then after the game, I'm gonna do I'll do my post game show, and I'll do a couple edits and stuff like that. So stick around. LT over Keon Keeley is swallowed up. Did you see that? He got like sandwiched in between two dudes. So, kind of a quick heads up. The channel has gotten pretty big, the YouTube channel, right? So, you know, the university has asked that I don't upload Coach Kalen DeBoer's press conference anymore. So, I obviously have to abide by, you know, the rules. So, I'll still make like observations, have like my post game reaction, but that is something that just came up. Yanzi Pierre with the quarterback sack. I love me some Yanzi. Let's see Keon Keeley. Man, I've been waiting for 42 to get on the field for such a long time. I love Yanzi Pierre. I really like it. I've liked his game for a long time. You know, him and Keon Keeley came in at the same time, right? Two elite players. Elite. Man, still a lot of time in this game. I think I might be able to make another quick little video on Tai Simpson. So, yeah, so after the game, is who paying me? Who is who paying who? No, I mean, the only people that are paying me are you guys from the super chats and from watching the videos. That's literally like but yeah, they what's up Scuba? Yeah, but so there's been like a couple like minor things. I think Keeley, let's just watch Keon Keeley to see how he continues to do. No, the university is not paying me, trust me. In fact, and there's like a couple other things too, just minor little things. I can't do the raffles anymore either. So just some some more things that we'll just kind of power through on the channel. Just so. But and I can't use like the licensing, right? So like a lot of people can use the logo of Alabama football, but I can't do the script day either. But that's just, those are the trademark rules. So, and that's fine. We'll abide by those, and we'll just continue to just pump out the quality. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you. That's why I have like this little elephant, and I'm just being transparent, and I'm abiding by everything. And I'm just, doing the best that I can do as a content creator. And, I get it. This is just kind of where we're at. So I appreciate, I had to change the promo code too, right? Which is now tailgate. But what's tough is it makes it tough when I can't upload like a press conference and even talk about it, which I would say that is fair use. But yeah, I can't do any more raffles either. So, but the show will go on, and we'll just keep rolling with it. Hey, thank you, Krista. Christian Miller does a really good job. He's great, man. So 38-7. All right, B-Rob. Yeah, I was thinking like other raffles that, we could do. Maybe like something else, like maybe like Visa gift cards, right? I was thinking like Visa gift cards or like other. We'll figure it out. It's not. I mean, it's always about being adaptable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but like what's crazy because there's a lot of other like you can go on and see all the other YouTube channels are able to so it's those are the rules that we'll abide by. So no, Javion, I can't. No. 38-7. I was thinking about that too, Hunter. Just like a general like Team Fanatics gift card. No, I'm not. I've been denied media credentials too. So, but I've been open with you guys about that. It's just like it's those are UA rules. So they own all that, and that's just those are federal laws, that you have to follow. So that's fine. What's up, Vinny? Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I moved here in 2017. No, but Vinny, you're wrong. I covered from 2005 to 2016. I covered high school football in New Mexico, and then I moved my family over here. All right, Sir Pope, what's up? But like nobody's in the wrong. Like these are trademark deals. It's common. Oh, Sir Pope, I appreciate it, man. No, I mean it's just the best thing that you guys can do is just continue to like just watch and support the show. Tai Simpson back to pass. He's able to another drop. Damn. Another drop. Yeah, the drops are frustrating, right? That would have went for big yardage. How many drops have we had? I think we'll have to go and count the drops. They're probably like what? Because Ty, let's see. I'll have to look it up. Stat broadcast. I have to see. I don't think they list how many drops there are. I would say there's probably like what, 3 or 4 drops? Yeah, it doesn't have drop. Oh, yeah, it does have drops. It's listing 2 drops today, one by Ryan Williams and one by Lazier Brooks. So I guess 2 drops. I thought that was another drop. I can't remember. No, Jarvis, it says 2. Wow, man. What a day for Tai Simpson. Right now, I have him at 24 of 29, 382 yards and 4 touchdowns. Isn't that wild? Vinny, you're cool, bro. It's all good, man. Yeah, I'm from New Mexico. Um, I lived in Santa Fe. I lived in Albuquerque. I also lived in Iowa, Los Angeles. I moved here with my family. in 2017 to cover Alabama football. Clearly, it's better when the team wins, right? This is the Alabama channel. It's a fan channel. So yeah, those are all facts for sure, dog. But I always, I'm trying my best to cover the team clearly, and it's great to see them perform at such a high level because when I was thinking about this team coming into the season under year 2 with Coach Kalen DeBoer, man, there's so much talent, right? The offense is so explosive, so many dynamic playmakers, and to see them performing like this, I mean, shoot, there's still 9 minutes left, and they're doing what we felt they would do. I think my score prediction was, not far off. What I have it, 45-3 or something like that. And really the defense didn't allow a touchdown. Oh, Cloudcroft is so beautiful. Cloudcroft is in southeastern New Mexico, but it's in the mountains. Cloudcroft, I think it's like 10,000 feet, right? Something like that. It's literally like in the clouds. It's such a little beautiful city. Taco Cabana. Dude, Taco Cabana. I could go for some Taco Cabana right now. Taco Cabana is this restaurant in Albuquerque. And they don't play. Like, it is so good. I can mess with some Taco Cabana right now, 100%. That's funny. Let's see, Amelia, what's up? She says, I went to Fresno State when DeBoer was the coach at Fresno State, and everybody loved in the community. That's what's up. Yeah. And to see his journey, right, has been interesting. And now year 2 with the coaches that he has. Robert, what's up, bro? Robert's like, these boys better learn how to catch the football. The drops are unacceptable. Drops will piss people off like nobody else. 100%. Yeah, Scuba, definitely, 100%. Eliano, what's up, bro? They said it was a upper body injury. Let's watch 31, Keon Keeley, and get, this will be a good time to see Keon Keeley. Man, nice wrap up. I'm going to make a quick video on Tai Simpson on this other side. What do you guys got? What are you guys eating for the Georgia-Tennessee game? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, fam. So Austin Mack looks like he'll be getting into the game. Smoked queso? Yo, that sounds good. I could do some smoked queso. I'm going to watch those other games, though, today. There's some really good football games on today. Much better slate this week than last week, right? Man, last week the college games were there wasn't nothing to watch last week. All right, get to him, Yanzi. All right, steps up. It's actually Keon Keeley with the tackle. I appreciate it, Sir Pope. Thanks, dog. Georgia Tech is driving. Yeah, what's the update? Is it did Clemson take the lead? Is it 14-13 up in that game? Italian sandwiches? Oh my goodness, that sounds delicious. $6.40 in this game. We'll go into the post game right away, and I'll give you my post game reaction. That video will drop right after the YouTube channel, like our post game. So. Oh man, they just beat ZB on a deep pass for a touchdown. That's the type of stuff. If you're like looking, at the how do we beat this team? Where can we go after Alabama? Right, 2 allows one, 38-14. I didn't like that. Let's see what. I mean, he never turned his head around, right? I mean, it was pretty much. I mean, the guy was holding him. He was holding him. The guy ends up making a better play. Z, you want to turn your head around? I don't know, right? I look like pass interference on each of the guys. 38-14. But, we're going to get to see Austin Mack come in, right? Let me update the scoreboard. Man, that's their first touchdown that they've allowed, right? They've allowed 1 touchdown in 8 quarters on defense. That looks a little too jumbled. We might have to squish down this elephant. I didn't expect there to be this many points. What? Yo, Jarvis, what was the total in this game? Like the total points? We're probably over it, right? I would probably say it would not looking because it's the total. I'd probably say like 50, but I didn't see what it was. We're at 52 right now. What's up, Naomi? Good to see you. Thanks for checking in on this game today. A lot of people upset with Zabian's play right now. We are up 24 with 6 minutes left. They aren't coming back. Goofy comment. I don't know who that was too. Michael, what's up, dog? Jason, damn, y'all had him covered up. You got to turn your head around, right, when you're playing DB. Hey, Paul, what's up? I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, yeah, the watch-along started. I mean, I've been doing this for a while now. I know it's kind of like a common thing, but it's fun because you get to point out a couple different things. There's no, like, the commercials compared to the TV is crazy. Doesn't it seem like there's way more commercials now than there used to be, like, even like 3 seasons ago? Yo, Vinny, the Tecmo Bowl play that they ran to Ryan Williams, remember when if you were the Giants on Tecmo Bowl, right? They had that play where it was basically what Alabama did to get Ryan Williams a 75-yard touchdown. Where, like, I think it was Dave Meggett, right? He would pitch the ball back. But if you pick that play on defense, they would automatically fumble. Oh, man. That's funny. I love it. I'm just glad they got Ryan going again. Yeah, that's cool. I appreciate you guys watching the watch-alongs for sure. Thank you so much. I'm really curious about let's look at the scoreboard as well before this game ends. ESPN. This is SEC. We go top 25. I'm pretty fired up about this Tennessee Georgia game. We got 34-7 over here. We got Clemson. Georgia Tech took the lead again. I didn't see that, fam. So Georgia Tech took the lead. It is 21-14, right, in the ACC game. You got Oklahoma 42, Temple 3. We're here at this game. Auburn, 2 touchdowns better than South Alabama. Missouri beating Louisiana. This is the big one today, right? Okay. All right, we're going to get are we getting us some we're getting some Austin Mack. Okay, so Austin Mack in the game with 5 minutes to go. Let's see what we get right here from Alabama's backup quarterback. Dang, Doug, really? Georgia by 2 tutties? I don't know. I really haven't watched each of those teams. They really haven't played anybody, worth watching. So I want to, make an assessment based off that game on how I'm feeling about Georgia, specifically going into, Alabama's first SEC game. Is AK Deer in as well? Good. I love AK Deer. He's so fast on the video game, right? All right, let's see. You got Austin Mack, redshirt freshman. You got AK Deer, who's a freshman in the backfield. You got Caleb Edwards, who's a freshman. You got Rico Scott, who's a redshirt sophomore, right? I think. AK Deer, okay. You got 78 in there. I think that's Jackson Lloyd, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's Jackson Lloyd. You got a lot of freshmen playing right now. I don't really know too much about Joey Aguilar yet, right? I think he could be good, but I don't know. I don't know if he's better than like Gunnar Stockton, Like it seems like he is, but that could be an interesting quarterback duel. Yeah, me too, Lance. 78 is Lloyd. Nice run to the dude. Oh my goodness. AK Deer. Look at this guy. Yo, AK Deer. No, Michael Fields. I think AK Deer just passed him. Legal formation on Alabama. Yeah, but Tai Simpson is the leading rusher right now with 25 yards. And then Riley has 20. Draylon has 13. Alabama has 6 rushers, 22 carries, 72 yards. Jack, what's up, Jack? He's like, refs don't like Bama. Yeah, Michael, that's a question I'm going to ask in the postgame is like, can this team run the ball or is like something else going on? Because I guess you could ask, is that on the offensive line? Is that because Wisconsin has a good run defense? Remember, let's think about this, Michael. Wisconsin, they entered this game with a number 3 run defense in the country. So maybe we give them a little bit credit. You're also missing Jam Miller, right? Yeah, I mean, we'll have a debate about the second team quarterback, I think, going forward, right? I mean, there was some inaccuracies on this drive that I saw. I don't know if we'll see Keelan Russell today. I don't know. I'd probably wager to say not. I think they'll give Austin another drive. Whatever the last drive of the game, they'll probably give it to Mac. All right, we have 3 minutes in the game. Man, my parlay was cooked because Hollywood went crazy. I think that was one of the only ones that I maybe missed on. I'll be right back on the other side. I'm just getting ready for my post game.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy.
Little handoff. Ooh. Man, there's so many, like, I saw QB Reese in there. I see Steven Boumwa. I saw Red Morgan. I think so too. Yeah, and we'll talk about that. This was just what they needed. I mean, this was another step forward. I mean, plain and simple. Was this a step forward? Yes. So you guys have said scale of play in the first half, that was, 50% was basically at 10 out of 10. Let's ask a poll question right here. Strength of this team, right? Let's see, QB play, skill players, O-line, defense. All right. I asked just the strength of this team. I just put this together. Vote inside the comment box. What do you think the strength of this team is right now? I think out of the options that I gave you, there's probably more, right? In the post game, we'll talk about Tai Simpson clearly. It's really amazing to see him operate this offense. I love efficiency. Who doesn't, right? And you want big numbers and stuff like that. But what he's doing right now is crazy. 24 of 29, 382 against Wisconsin. I mean, that's crazy. Those are crazy numbers. He should have 5 touchdowns. Ryan Williams dropped that touchdown and 5 touchdowns on the day. His rating is 238. If he would have had that other touchdown, it'd be close to 300. This Jersey Mike's is good, but it's so expensive. It's insane. Like, why are we making it normal for sandwiches to be that expensive? Am I wrong? I took Caden Lacey there the other day. It was like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. For 3 of us for sandwiches at Jersey Mike's, I'm not kidding you. I think we might have got chips. It was like $60. We didn't get like huge subs. It was like all like kind of like normal size sandwiches. But I'm not going to lie, those sandwiches are tasty. So what's up, Mark? Let's see what Mark has to say inside the comment box. Mark says penalties due to lack of discipline. Yeah, so in this game, Alabama has 7 penalties for 47 yards. Wisconsin has 6 for 65. The tackles. Okay, so this one was pretty much, this is easy. A lot of people saying the quarterback play. I'm gonna ask a different question, all right, inside the comment box that I think will get a little bit more feedback. All right, weakness. Weakness of this team. All right, let's say defense versus run. Defense versus I'll just say defense overall. What would you say the weakness of this team is, honestly? Defense overall, defense versus the run versus running quarterback. How about that? Let's say what else would be a weakness of this team? Oh, playing on the road. What else? I need one more. What would be a weakness of this team? So far, I have defense overall, defense versus running quarterback, playing on the road. Oh, O-line. Yes, thank you. O-line. Should I emphasize tackles? So what I'll do is I'll say defense overall, and then I'll say playing on the road, tackles, and lack of run game, right? Run game. Inability to stay healthy. No, it was 3 sandwiches, Crystal, for $60. Now, I guess that was with chips and a drink. All right, so I put up this poll. Please vote in it. All right, we have about under 2 minutes in this game. So far, we say defense overall. Let's see. This should be a pretty good poll. It's really close. Yeah, this is a great poll. Let's see if we can get 200 votes in there. And we'll ask this on the back end. Weakness, other coaching. Also, how does the O-line play in the run game? Great meets. That's what I was just gonna say, Don. Is that are those connected to each other? I put tackles, but you could just vote offensive line overall. I don't know, because I like Caden Proctor. I think that guards do good things at times. I like kind of the future of Michael Carroll. I don't think he's there yet. What a day by Tai. Jeez. Yikes. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Simpson going berserk, right? Lack of Nick Saban. All right. Looks like this game is pretty much a wrap, so we could probably get into my post game. All right, so let's do that. Let's do this real quick. 3, 2. All right. Get lined up for the post game. And that's a final. 3, 2, 1. Fam, what's going on? It is Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. This is my post-game reaction following Alabama's 38-14 victory over Wisconsin. Thumbs up if you're happy about the play of Alabama football overall. 2-1 now going into an open week before they take on Georgia in their SEC opener. Let's dive into the numbers, and I think clearly it starts with the overall play of this young man right here. Theismann, if you want to, Tai Simpson on the day, coming off a 17 of 17 performance. He goes 24 of 29, 382 yards passing with 4 touchdowns, okay? That is 83% completion percentage, 238 rating. All right, let me ask you inside the comment box as we get going on post-game, how would you rate Tai Simpson's play on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being absolutely elite. Are you going over 10? Yo, the way that he is demonstrated running this offense over the last 2 weeks, I don't care who it's against. It's about execution. You go out there and not do well at practice. This guy on a stage against Louisiana Monroe, on a stage against Wisconsin, he has made the throws. He has been very accurate. He's been dangerous with the football. He's been dangerous with his legs. Today, he actually leads Alabama in rushing with 6 attempts for 25 yards. We'll talk about the Alabama kind of lack of running game, if you will. But Tai Simpson, look, this guy has been absolutely wonderful. What we continue to see from him is setting his feet, making the throws. And right here, as we scroll down to the wide receivers, you see that he connected with 8 different wide receivers today for 382 yards. Look, Ty's got it. He's on fire. He's one of the hottest quarterbacks right now going into this open week. I don't care what you say in college football. I think you can talk about other SEC quarterbacks. There's a ton that were ahead of Tai Simpson. Tai Simpson right now told the country, I got this offense. And with Ryan Grubb and the weapons that he has, who knows how dangerous that Tai Simpson is going to be. But if you're not on the wagon yet of this Theismann run, you better get on 100% because Tai Simpson is absolutely cooking 1,000,000%. Let's talk about the wide receivers, okay? It was great to see Hollywood back in action. And I told you, don't sell on Hollywood. You can't. The playmaking ability that he has is absolutely extraordinary, right? 5 receptions today, 165 yards, and you think about how he scored, right? A 71-yard triple reverse or whatever that play was from Tecmo Bowl. Great blocking downfield. Michael Carroll absolutely lit somebody up. A 43-yarder, or it was a 75-yarder, and then I think a 41-yarder where he hit the brakes. That dude flew right by, and then he took off. look, he might not be wide receiver number one. It doesn't matter. But the playmaking ability like that Ryan Williams has, nobody else has it. Nobody else has it in college football. That's how dangerous he is. So Hollywood back in action, 565, 2 tutties. Love to see it. Yards after the catch. Look at that number right here. 109, okay? Hollywood doing big things. Isaiah Horton, 5 for 48, caught a touchdown pass. I love how Tai Simpson did the zone read. Look to Isaiah Horton, threw it only to where Horton could get it for a touchdown to the 6'4 wide receiver. You got Jeremy Bernard, 4 receptions, 62 yards. Kind of a quiet day, but not really because he did run a score in as well. He has a rushing touchdown and then a receiving touchdown, 43 yards, targeted 5 times, hauls in 4. Kevin Riley, let's talk about him in the Alabama running back room. I want to hear from you guys. Like, what do you think about Alabama's running game right now? On a scale, this is interesting because does it fall on the offensive line? Does it fall on the fact that Jam Miller's out? I want to remind you about the Alabama running back room, right? They're missing Jam Miller, but they were also going against the number 3 run defense in the country. So should we kind of give Wisconsin some credit? I don't know. I'd be curious to hear from you. Do we have is it just that simple that we're missing Jam? Because, look, we all love Kevin Riley, and there was a specific play in this game when Alabama was on its own 2-yard line where Kevin Riley looked like Derrick Henry, okay? And I don't even know if the guy's 200 pounds, to be honest. But he stiff-armed like 3 different guys, and he got like 8 yards. It was one of my favorite plays of the game. So really high on Kevin Riley. I just, it hasn't been the rushing attack that I've hoped for. Good things from A.K. Deer again. There was a penalty, but he rattled off, like a 15, 20-yard run. Big things from him. All right, let's talk about the Alabama defense, okay? And then I'll wrap up a couple other things. What has been your thoughts of the play of Deontay Lawson? That is something that I continue to ask about every single week. You see that he has 9 tackles right here and 3 solo tackles. So for those of you that are defensive-minded, get inside the comment box about Deontay Lawson and what you need to see from number 0 going forward, what you've seen from him through 3 games. I want to highlight this guy. We're talking game balls on – I have 3 game balls. Tai Simpson, Hollywood, and Bray Hubbard. Look, the play of Bray Hubbard, if you're scaling out people, he played 99 out of 100, right? Can I get a thumbs up inside the comment box on the play of Bray Hubbard? Look, the interceptions were thrown right to him. He was in the right place at the right time, but the overall intensity of Bray Hubbard has continued to go upward. I saw him making tackles all over the field. I saw him hitting people. He played inspired football. He has 5 tackles, 3 were solos, and he has 2 interceptions on the day. So that is something to highlight is Bray Hubbard and the play of him in the secondary. That's the Bray Hubbard that we love. That is the Bray Hubbard that is the standard, right? Other things that stood out for me on the defensive side is you finally had some quarterback sacks, right? You had, I think, was it 3 sacks today, 4 sacks? LT Overton got one, Quay Rusaw got one, and then was it Big London Simmons that I think got a sack as well? Yeah, if we go out to the sack total, it was 4 sacks. Who else got one? Oh, Yanzi Pierre, 42 in the second half. So I like to see Alabama get to the quarterback. They had only had 1 sack coming into this game, which is interesting. Now they have 5 sacks going into the next game. Let's see, is there anything else that I want to highlight about this secondary? Well, I guess if you're nitpicking, Zabian Brown surrendered a touchdown, right? You got to turn your head around. You got to make a play on that. And if I'm, looking at Alabama's defense, I might go after ZB, sophomore. Still believe in him. But that's kind of like nitpicking. What do you think about the Alabama defense? On special teams, they did allow a kick that was returned for a touchdown. Let's see what else we got. Punting, there was 2 punts for 91 yards. Don't forget about the special teams right here. Blake Dowd's done a really good job. 45.5. Don't sleep on that. He's been impressive so far. And then Connor Talty came in and he kicked his 3rd field goal of the year. I think he's 3 of 4 on the season. So Alabama defeats Wisconsin by a score of 38-14, playing against Wisconsin's backup quarterback, who, by the way, was 11 of 17, 117 yards and a tutty. But this team looked pretty pretty dominating, I have to say. I think when you look to Alabama football and you're like, how good is this team going to be? How good could this team be? I think, I don't know. I mean, could they be a buzzsaw? Yeah, certainly. I think they're very dangerous. And when you look to the back end of, or the start of SEC play, teams are, this is a much different team than week one. And I don't want to take any credit away from Florida State because that team looked pretty good too. But Alabama, what they did in the last 2 weeks, I don't care who you're playing, they are taking steps forward. And you're only getting better or worse day by day. Good to see Hollywood back in action. Theismann is absolutely cooking. I think the final assessment for me is this. Offense, outstanding. Questions about the offensive line, I still have them 100%. Questions about the running game, still have them. Defense, the jury's still out for me, to be honest. Look, you're supposed to do this against Wisconsin. They had no offense. Knew it was going to be like this. But until you do this against a Georgia, against a Vanderbilt, against a Tennessee and Oklahoma, the rest of Alabama's games in SEC play are crazy. Then I will make my assessment about the Alabama defense. But right now, I think that is still the weak spot. And I think playing on the road is still a weak spot for Alabama. But overall, took care of business today. Very talented group on offense. Tai Simpson, stellar play. Super excited for the kid. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Give a thumbs up inside the comment box. Give a roll tide. And let me know who you'd give a game ball to. And let me know, and I have to ask the tough questions, what is the weakness of this team, okay? The defense overall, playing on the road, the offensive line, lack of run game. Let me know inside the comment box. I appreciate you guys being here. Give a roll damn tide inside the comment box. All right. So those are like my real cuts. I appreciate you guys kicking it with me and giving me grace while I do all that stuff live, because it's just, there's a lot that I have to do like on the fly for the channel because, my different videos and all that sort of stuff. So I appreciate you guys kicking it with me while I do all that stuff. Let me make sure that I can get it uploaded now. And I think we should be, oh, I didn't even stop the video. All right. Fam, what's going on? It is Kyle Henderson of Bama Football. Anybody want to give me a good title for the video? Give me 2 seconds while I upload this, and then we'll kick the ball back and forth a little bit. I'll be back in like 2 seconds. Try not to go anywhere. I'll be right back. Yeah, fam. Super impressed. Yeah, what I'm going to do is, thank you so much. I hope you guys had a good time kicking it with me for the watch along. Look, a lot of people had other people ahead of Tai Simpson, talking about quarterbacks in the SEC. I kind of just keep going back to his play, what he was able to do in a game like this. And I don't care who you're playing. It's about how you continue to play. Like, what do we always talk about, right? Consistency and performance. Those are like keywords associated with not only everybody, but specifically with the quarterback. And I think when you have opportunities, you come into this game following a 17-17, how are we going to play? How are you going to step up, right? How are we going to make plays? How are you going to see the field? I think the only thing you can kind of take away from Tai is I think when he watches the film and sees Lazier Brooks down on that open side, he's probably upset about that. I'm sure Ryan Williams is like, I should have caught that tutty for you, right? Those are some things that maybe stand out a little bit, but overall, not really mad about it. I mean, this team was an absolute buzzsaw. So kick it, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'll be back with a bunch of different videos. So let's take a timeout. We'll digest this game. I know there's a lot of different post-game shows that you can go check out. Thanks for kicking it with me to watch along. I'll be back. I have more videos coming. So stay good, stay blessed, enjoy your life. Thanks for kicking it with me right here on the Watch Along. Coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. Give a roll down Tide. Thanks for the super chats. I really, really appreciate them. If you want to send me just like a personal tip, Venmo, Bama_YouTube, Cash App, Bama YouTube. And thanks for kicking with me on the Watch Along. I'll be back. I'm working now. I'm working, fam. All right, love you guys.